Hello to YouTube. Hello to Facebook. Have I got news for you? We're watching together. So tune in on whatever place you have to watch tonight. That could be internet. That could be channel 7, which is going to be airing everything at 10 o'clock. So in 15 minutes, you'll see it on channel 7. We're getting word. Oh, Tucker Carlson spoke. Okay. People are saying I did not see that. I've been working out technology stuff to get going to hear what you guys have to say. But I do want to get real-time reaction to what the former president says tonight. I think it's going to be interesting. You know, he set the tone earlier in the week after this terrible violent situation that happened to him and the sad loss of life at the rally. He said that he was going to set a more unified tone. And he was rewriting his speech. So it's going to be really interesting, right, to see how that really plays out. So I'm going to try to see if I can get these glasses to work. It's kind of frustrating tonight. I don't know what's going on with Instagram Live, but at least I've got you guys here. Hold on. We're going to see. I wanted to have just the glasses on so then I wouldn't have as many issues connecting. We're going to see if Instagram Live is going to let us do that. Hey, TikTok, how are my gang? Everybody good? So the speeches are going well. That's good to know. And I will be doing this just so you don't think I'm some biased person. I will be doing this for the Democratic convention as well. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Big Mac. Hello. Hi, Instagram. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope everything's going well. I may have to relaunch Instagram, honestly, because I'm not sure why my glasses aren't working. So let me relaunch. I think it's because I didn't have them connected when I started. So let me try to relaunch, and I will be back with you guys soon. Oh, no. We're just going to discard that video. Discard. We're going to try again. We're going to try it again, kids. Okay. RNC Trump speaks at the RNC. All right, so Eric Trump is speaking. He is supposed to, I believe, precede his father. So stay tuned. Hi, guys. Thanks for being live with us. I hope you are having a good night. Texas is in the house. Hello. Hey, Sheila. How are you guys doing? Hello, everybody. I don't believe anybody writes their own speeches completely. There's a whole team of people reviewing everything that they do. I guarantee you there's a lot of, he's got grandkids sitting with him. The former President Trump has grandkids in the shot. I think you're seeing that on TV. Did any of you see the former president last night with his granddaughter speaking, and he was like beaming ear to ear as the granddaughter was talking. She did a really great job. So I hope that worked out in terms of the way they wanted that to go. This is just not working. All right, well, we may just have to, I'm trying to think what other place I have to do this from. I'm not sure. Let me see. I've got everything on. I really don't know why this would not be working. I don't get it. I really don't know. Let me turn these off and on again. Hi, everybody. How is everything going? So I'm in my home studio. I do a lot of live streaming from here in the evenings, and you guys know that because TikTok is on with me the most. But I did want to come on and see what you guys have to say on Facebook and on Instagram and all the other places, because you guys have a lot of opinions. That's one thing I've learned from you guys. Lots and lots of opinions, and I want to see what you're saying. So over here, I'm talking, this is my, the crowd that's on YouTube and Facebook. This is the crowd that's on the TikTok. And this is Insta. So I'm going to see if these guys will come on. I see the glasses are being recognized now, so maybe they'll connect, and then you guys can see more. So how are you guys doing? Hey, Rita. Are you enjoying the speakers? I know so far some people were mentioning that they'd seen Tucker Carlson earlier. I missed that speech. He was seated near the former president on the first night of the convention. I recall that. When he entered, and then when he went to go sit down, and that was the first person he greeted as he sat down. Hey, DK, how are you? The red and blue glasses are in here. I was gonna wear them, but I was trying to get my Ray-Bans to work, but for some reason they are completely not working tonight. I don't know what is going on. I've never had a problem with them, and now they're not connecting. Of all the nights for it not to connect. But I do have the ability to record. So if you can see on my glasses right now, I'm recording you guys as we get this behind the scenes look at what we are doing on all these platforms as we watch the RNC on TV, wherever you're watching tonight. At 10 o'clock on Channel 7, you're going to see the speeches take over the screen. But right now, everything is kind of behind the scenes on the streams. So I'm watching a live stream online at the moment, and that's because I'm downstairs in my basement. I don't have a TV down here, so I have to watch online. So you guys can go to any website and watch. Hey, MC. Maybe because I'm in the basement. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So I'm going to just take these off and give up on it because it's not happening. And we're going to do the red and blue glasses because red and blue... nonpartisan, right? Red and blue, nonpartisan, but also matching my logo. Isn't that funny? It was a total accident. I bought them on Amazon, and I've been laughing ever since. I had no idea. Had no idea that I would wind up with glasses that this worked for. But anyway, so how's everybody doing? What's happening, TikTok? Hi, guys. Hi, Betty. Are you guys watching the convention tonight? Anybody watching? I'm interested to see, hey Mary, how are you? And Ronnie, good to see you guys. I really need to here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this camera down. Hold on. You guys sit here for a second. Sit right there. There you go. I'm going to take this. I've got a mount here that I will use. And I'll put Instagram in the mix here so that you guys are not like left off in the hinterland with nowhere to be. Let's get you guys situated. And then we'll all have a nice place to be. There we go. There it is. Oop, there it is. Hey guys, okay. So now everybody's got a spot. We're all in the mix together. I'm gonna move. YouTube, you're coming over here just a little bit more. Then I won't be as far away from everything. Okay? So are we good? All right, so what are you guys thinking? So Sheila says she's excited to hear Trump. It's not comfortable to watch. Mystique Creatures is not feeling good about watching. And I'm not saying you have to watch it. I'm just saying this is an opportunity, if you are, to join the conversation online and just hang out and talk to us and let us know what you're thinking. Pick in South Carolina is saying it's good and Franklin Graham spoke. So, hey, Lisa, how are you? And Rita is saying she loved Franklin Graham. Billy likes my outfit. I forgot. I ran out of time to change clothes after work. So here we are in the work clothes. We're on 4 platforms right now, streaming live. Hope you guys are having a good night. And I appreciate you tuning in. And I invite you to join me on the various platforms because I do enjoy hanging out with you guys from home in the home studio. And it's a lot of fun. We talk about the news topics that are going on. In fact, I could pull up while we're awaiting the former president and while you're watching things just to check on the news cycle, because let me tell you, the news cycle right now, the news cycle is crazy. You can't see me. I don't think so. No. I mean, everything's over here. Yeah, we cannot see you. Did I lose? I lost my feed. Oh, so I have to be on it. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me see if I go over here. Oh, I can do it here. So hang on. There we go. Hang on. Okay. So now I can look here for news while we're waiting. Jason Morgan, thanks for following. Yeah, if you guys don't follow me on these various platforms, I would love it for you to join the follow team, be on the follow team with me, and we'll stay up to date with each other. Let's see. We've got, is that Carolina on Trump's lap? I don't know the grandchildren names, so So I don't know, but they're young and adorable. I mean, who doesn't love kids? We all love kids, right? Rita says he was great. Love Franklin Graham. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Lisa Stedman is here. Oh, no worries. Yeah, keep talking. And yeah, and you guys are free to share. Some people are not fans of the former president, and I understand that. Just try to stay respectful, but you're free to express your viewpoints. I mean, this is not a rah-rah fest. This is, it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting, regardless of your political affiliation, to see if you notice a tone difference in former President Trump, in the way he speaks, the way he talks about things. People have said things like happened to him can potentially be life-changing. So let's see what the tone sounds like, Let's see. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining in. Have I got news for you, as I like to say on TikTok. And, of course, you guys can barely see my signs. But here, wait, what do I need to do? Oh, there you go. Have I got news for you? Facebook. You can't see it all because I've moved you over, but I don't want to be too far away from the camera views of each of you. And I'm glad you're here. Glad you're watching. People are asking me, what do I think of Biden being forced out? It sounds like it's a done deal. We are seeing a lot of reporting in that regard, that there's a lot of pressure, that we might see movement on whether current President Biden remains in the race. I have no information that I can go with on that. It's just basically a wait and see game. Let's see. I'm looking here. I'm going to look at politics too, just to see if I see anything. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is a good update from CBS News, a very, I think, credible news organization for the most part. John Meacham, a historian who's written many speeches for President Biden, tells CBS News that reports on Thursday of him working on a speech for Biden to exit the race are totally false. So John Meacham, who has written a lot of speeches for Biden, says there's all these rumors out there that he's working on something for him to make some big announcement. He says totally false. So there's an update for you, because that's a news nugget. That is one of the things I read earlier today, in the political circles. It wasn't mainstream media reporting it, but it was the political insiders that were tweeting about it. So I'm going to retweet that actually, because that's good information. Okay. Yeah, PHG, and that was one of the big ones that I saw that to me lent itself to some credibility. But he is saying it's completely, in terms of if it were true, I would think, oh, that's significant. But it sounds like it's not even true. There's so much buzz going on. There's so many people who think they're in the know who may not be. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people that are working in all these industries, the political world, that are connected to stuff, and they want to be in the know, but are they in the know? And and Rita is saying, like all grandfathers, the face always lights up when you're near the grandkids and grandmothers, right? Rita's a grandma. I'm putting on lip gloss. Sorry, I just feel like my lips are dry. I haven't done anything since I got home. Hi, Sophia. Thanks for following. We like to talk about current events here. That's kind of what I like to do. I like to follow breaking news if there's breaking news in the evenings, because I am a news anchor who anchors during the afternoons and evenings, early evening. And then I come home, and I used to be a nighttime anchor, so now I hang out with you guys online and carry my own perspective of experience in the news business and just the fascination we all have for following things as they develop. All right, so Eric Trump is speaking right now. He is on the stage in Milwaukee. That is where the RNC is meeting. This is the final night, and former President Donald Trump will be speaking really for the first time since all that happened to him. He's done a couple of interviews, like he did a print interview with a reporter who was supposed to get on the plane after that event had it gone normal. Had it been a normal event, she was supposed to get on the plane, and she had brought her daughter, and they were supposed to get on the plane and fly back to Bedminster to do a one-on-one interview. And her daughter's a photojournalist, so the daughter was going to do it. So when former President Trump was injured and everything went awry, and that plan obviously fell through, on that Sunday after the Saturday shooting, he reached out to the reporter because he remembered that she was bringing her daughter, and they were like a couple of feet from him when this happened. So he basically called to check to make sure they were okay, and in that process, she convinced him, smartly, as a good journalist, that they should do an interview. And so they did. And they did a quick interview, and it was kind of, it's in the Washington Examiner, and it's an actually pretty powerful interview, and that is where he said he was going to rewrite everything, change the tone, that this had been a life-changing experience, etc. So I'm interested in hearing what he has to say tonight. I think it's going to be fascinating to see what this is like for him, you know? But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching 7 News. Oh my gosh, I never turned on all my lights. Y'all, somebody should have told me. I forgot to put them on. Look at that. There's so many lights not on. Okay, there we go. Cannot believe I've been streaming this long and I didn't have my lights on back there. Disappointing. Apologies. He's talking about his dad. Let's see, let's go over here. And Lara Trump is sitting there. Obviously, she's one of the co-chairs of the RNC itself. She spoke last night, if you were watching. Has anyone seen, is Ivanka there? Has Ivanka come for the final night? I don't know. I haven't seen... I haven't been watching all night, so if anybody knows, I'm curious whether she showed up for the final night. Hello, guys. Welcome in on Instagram Live. We are just streaming behind the scenes of the RNC speeches tonight. She is there, and her husband. Okay, I haven't seen a shot of them yet, but I've been paying attention to you guys. Yeah. Lots of people. By the way, South Carolina's delegation is way in the back, and they have been for years. But they're like back right somewhere in the back corner. I know Mike Gallagher was talking about being part of the delegation, or not part of the delegation, but he was invited to sit with them. He also was invited to sit with Florida, and Florida has better positioning. So Gallagher was going to go sit with the Florida folks, because I think he lives in Florida, but he's a conservative radio guy, and he has a lot of Carolina connections. He and his wife had lived here in Greenville for a long time. So, oh, no worries. Melania. No one's seen Melania yet. Is she introducing him? Is she bringing him out on stage? I got this vibe that might be the case, but I really haven't looked at the lineup, so I don't know. Or maybe they're just going to walk out together and then she's going to walk off. I don't know. She did put out a very powerful and beautifully written statement on Saturday after the shooting. I don't know if you saw that, but it was online. You guys can check it out. Yeah, look at all. It cracks me up, the people that have, like, you know, their revolutionary hats or their cowboy hats or their, you know, the way people dress is kind of fun to watch. I posted, by the way, on my story on various platforms, you'll see a video of Governor McMaster doing the South Carolina votes for Trump, which is always fun to see how they decide to showcase the state for that year. So check it out online. Hubby and kids are there. Okay, says Rita over on the Facebook, the Facebook. Yeah, it is fun to watch it's like a people watching exercise, isn't it? Watching conventions. Love it. She has not. She has not.
A man who believed in the promise of America when others turned away. A man who saw a nation in need of a champion.
He didn't showcase boiled peanuts. What did he taught? He Mainly talked about how South Carolina was the state in 2016 that put the Trump era on the political map, so to speak, that started the Trump train in a way. So he took credit for that. I'm not a politician. This year I'm intrigued. It's very, we're living in a very interesting time, right? I mean, we really are.
Never have I been more proud to stand by my father's side. I remain incredibly honored to be part of this journey, a journey with all of you.
Hey, Rosie. How are ya?
The greatest country on earth.
Yes, agreed.
Incredible people I have never met.
Banks had a white dress on.
5 days ago,
Who's Banks? Banks had a white dress on?
Luke,
Or Ivanka?
Carolina, and I held our breath as we saw blood
Oh.
across her face.
He's talking about the shooting.
By the grace of God,
Ooh.
divine intervention, and your guardian angels above, you survived.
I posted that animation of just how he turned to look at a graphic, and it's just like scary. So scary to see because they did like a 3D thing of what would have where it would have been if he hadn't turned. It's just terrifying. And then poor Corey comparator. Yes, Eric is speaking. Eric is speaking right now. Hi, Wayne. Ivanka. I thought so. She has a white dress on. Okay. Is she up there in that section where they're all seated? Like where the VP nominee and all the others are? Eric is speaking. Hi, Harold. Hi, Alvarita. Thanks for watching. Thanks for passing by on your way tonight, guys. I am watching the RNC. Trump is expected to take the stage sometime after 10 o'clock. We are now at 10:03. Eric Trump is on the stage right now, and we're waiting to see what happens next. I don't know if there will be anybody before him or if he is introducing his dad. I'm not sure. Honeypath, hey Connie, how are you? Honeypath is in the house. Eric talking about his dad. Stacy says it's a lovely moment.
The whole world saw your strength as you stood up. You wiped the blood off your face, and you put your fist in the air in a moment that will be remembered as one of the most courageous acts in the history of American politics. You shouted, "Fight! Fight! Fight!"
The whole place is chanting. Oh, look at the little grandkids with their red ties and their blue suits. How cute.
I'm honored to be your son. I'm honored to speak to our great nation tonight. You are
Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate you guys joining me. I would be sitting at home watching this all by myself. So, hey, Williamston. Hi, Harold. Honeypath's over here on Facebook, and over here we got TikTok with Williamston, and we got everybody from all over on Instagram. I mean, we've got people everywhere. It's amazing. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, Milwaukee. All right, it's 10:05. We're hearing that Trump may speak for an hour and a half. So prepare. That's what we were hearing earlier, that it potentially could be an hour and a half. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Family is 2 and 3 rows behind Trump. Okay, I'll watch more carefully now. Thank you. I tuned in late. I was trying to get all these live streams set up. Sure Blue, hello. Hey, J Bulldogs. J.R. Brown, how are you doing? How's your career going? Hello to Rita.
Is that live right now?
Yeah.
Is he coming on stage?
I guess so. So no one's introducing him? He just walks up?
Or maybe he's like headed backstage.
He's headed backstage. Oh, there's Ivanka. Okay. I hadn't seen her in a long time.
She's
Yeah, that's Kushner. They hadn't been out on the trail at all.
JD Vance.
Yeah. There's the vice presidential nominee and his wife, who spoke last night. Ratings are way down, and smart women will make certain Trump never returns, says Cher Blue. Not a fan of Trump. All right, let's see. I hope this speech really does reflect the change, says DJ. That is on, she's a wellness journey person. How nice. I love that. Nice to meet you. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Hi, MA. How are ya? All right. Hey, Oh, hey, Crimson Tide. I'm not having people on camera. I'm just kind of watching and doing comments. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to really take the risk of getting booted off of all of the things. Family's rotating around him. Oh, okay. And there's Tiffany there. They're both wearing white. And I'm assuming they'll all come out at the end. Like, the whole, usually in things like this, the whole family will come out at the end and sort of wave goodbye like the convention's over. Thanks for being here.
Tiffany in a while. Has she been at any events really?
I feel like she has been at a few things because I have seen her, but not a lot.
Really?
Guilfoyle spoke yesterday.
I know, I saw.
I saw highlights of that. I missed it.
Why did you?
That last time she spoke, I mean, she was a little high energy. I don't know if she was the same energy last night. It is 4 years, or wait, longer than that. It's 4 years later?
No.
Yeah, it's just 4 years later. So, I mean,
Isn't
maybe.
that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy. It
That
doesn't
was-
seem.
wasn't-
Doesn't it seem like the last election was like just a little while ago? Look at all the kids. Look at all the family members. Goodness.
Baron there?
Is who?
Baron?
I don't see Baron. I don't see Baron.
Have you seen Melania?
No, they haven't seen Melania. Maybe Melania and Baron.
I haven't seen her at literally anything.
I don't know. Well, I mean, she hasn't been on the trail. Time is going by so fast. Yeah, I can't believe we're already doing this again. Like, it does seem like we just did this. I saw them yawning. The kids are getting sleepy. Why didn't Vance walk in with Trump? Because this is Trump's night. So, like, last night was VP night, and that's when, Vance spoke. Tonight is Trump night. So this is the nominee, takes the stage, and everybody's formally accepting their nomination kind of thing. That, last night Vance did that. Tonight he will, former President Donald Trump will do that. And then potentially at the end, there's Hulk Hogan with his red, what is that called? A bandana or whatever that thing is. What is that thing called? Somebody tell me. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Vance's wife is in red. This is not a fashion channel, but I mean, I just find it interesting. Hi, Osmond. How are you?
Wait, that's JD Vance's wife?
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's Indian. They met at Harvard Law. Is it Harvard or Yale? I can't remember.
I think it's Yale.
Maybe it's Yale.
I think it's Harvard.
I think it's Yale. One of those great schools, that are super hard to get into. Hey, MAGA. Yale. Somebody said Yale. Thank you. She's Hindu. And then she is vegetarian. She said in her speech last night, and she convinced him to be vegetarian.
Wow, that sounds miserable.
Is anyone vegetarian? Is it hard? It's got to be hard, right?
I tried to go vegan for one day, and
I remember that
failed.
in middle school or something. She was like, "I'm going to be a vegan," and I was like, "Okay." And then we had to buy all these beans, and I had beans to last a lifetime. I mean, seriously.
Is he going? Is it here? Is it happening?
I think they're doing a transitional musical interlude. I don't know what's
Uh-oh.
happening. He does love music, they said. Remember? We were talking about that.
Who said that?
Melania's statement talked about his love for music.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not.
You should read her statement.
I did read her statement.
Oh.
I do not remember it
Yeah,
mentioning
it mentioned how
music.
they tried to snuff out his love for music. I mean, she's mentioned like 3 or 4 different things, and it was stuff that I hadn't heard before.
Her statement on what happened?
Yeah.
I read that.
It was a longer statement than what got published. Probably.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty long.
I
Here she is.
Where?
Wow, she looks beautiful.
Oh, she does look good.
Wow. She
I
looks
love
great.
that outfit.
Also,
that
her
pantsuit.
highlights are on point.
Oh, she does look fantastic. I love that outfit. Can we get it to zoom out? I want to see the full outfit.
She looks beautiful.
That
she really is
blazer
pretty.
beautiful.
Mhm.
I love that. It's a great structure to it. Did she just get there or something, or is she
No,
going on stage?
they've been holding her to do this.
Oh.
I mean, think about by virtue of her not being around, it's a big deal that she's around. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, she looks amazing.
great.
Does she look younger?
She looks really good.
She looks so good. Okay. Bye, Gregory. Are you leaving? Bye. Chatty C4. Hello. Connie says she is breathtaking.
I want a zoom out of the full
Hey
outfit.
Louie. Louie's my TikTok guy, but he's on Insta. Get over there. What are you doing over here? Yes, I'm on Insta. I'm on IG, YT, FB, and TT. I'm on all the platforms tonight. We
I
are
wanted to zoom
everywhere.
out. Was she? Did you see that? If she was wearing pants or a shirt?
What's happening? Oh, it's one of those video intros. They're usually well produced. But I just want to hear them talk. She looked great.
Yeah, she did. Was she wearing pants or a skirt?
Is she going to introduce him, or she just was walking
No,
in?
I think she was just walking in.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it would have been cool for her to introduce him.
I agree.
Oh well.
But they probably want some.
I'm not in charge.
Who do you think is gonna?
The clothes are fire. She's beautiful. She's elegant. The clothes are fire. We're getting the clothes are fire. If I had fire emojis, I would offer them to you.
Is Vance gonna introduce them? Who normally introduces them?
I don't know. He didn't go back though with him, so I don't know.
No.
Or is this? Are they just doing a video intro? I mean,
video?
does he need introduction really?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a former
So,
president.
I mean, does anybody that's
Yeah.
going?
Yeah. I mean, JD Vance needed one because I mean, a lot of people don't know who he is. You know. I really don't know much about him. I'm going to spend my week off next week. Yeah, tap as you listen. I would love to get to the For You page on the TT channel.
How many likes do you have?
No, she won't speak after him.
How many likes do you have?
4,000.3.
Everybody, let's get to 10K.
Let's get to 10K and get this on the For You page. Let's go.
Double tap.
Double tap it out. Oh, there's Koch.
Who?
Oh, this is all the old New York people. Golly. Y'all, I grew up in New York with Donald Trump. Fun story.
You didn't wait. Clarify that you did not know him personally.
I did not know him personally, but ironically, he was married to Marla Maples by the same minister that flew down and is a friend of my dad and flew down here and married me and Mikey Poo. Yep, it's true. So when I did interview him, I brought that up to him. I was like, "We have something in common." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Arthur Caliandro married us both," and he was just like, "I said, but mine turned out better than yours," and he laughed. It was funny.
That's funny.
It was funny. It really was funny. But yeah, so those of us who grew up in New York have known a lot about Donald Trump for a long time.
So are you live on YouTube there?
And Facebook.
At the same time?
Yes.
Can you see comments though?
Yeah. Hold on.
You can see
Yeah.
comments from YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
It says I can, but I honestly don't think anybody goes on YouTube, to be honest. I mean, I feel
Probably
like
not.
on my lives, because I think most of my followers probably look at stuff during the day, because I get all my comments during the day. I never get any comments at night. So I feel like no one sees my lives. They may see the replay, but hello, YouTube. I do stream live. Nice to see you. Hello, TikTok.
Oh, here we go. I think. I don't know. That just looks like a finality. Okay, no.
That was a good outfit, the inauguration outfit. She
Oh,
was
her
on, too.
blue one?
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
My blazers. Hi, Tom Nazi. Thank you for following. My blazers, I literally get them anywhere I can find them. A lot of them come from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Amazon queen. I'm the queen of Amazon blazers.
She's actually an amateur because she orders all the bad stuff and then she
I
gets
know.
it.
I have a whole bunch of them in my laundry room that are horrible. I should just I should have like a TikTok shop or not. I mean, a Amazon shop for blazers to just show you these are the actual ones that are not crap. Because I might have to order like 3 to get 2 that are good, or 4 to get 1 that's good. You know. Louie's back. Is Louie here?
Oh, there's a market for that. You could definitely promote that.
Yeah, because it's
That press badge is cool. When did you get that?
where?
Nikki Haley.
Yeah, Nikki Haley.
When?
That was from this year when she ran.
I know that. When? What?
When I
event?
did the event in Spartanburg. I can't remember what
Her
this
interview?
No, it wasn't when I did the interview. It was her. I went to that event in Spartanburg. I can't. Oh yeah, and I did do the interview there. Yeah, I did an interview with her there. But I also did the interview with her when she started. And then this is Trump
That's from us.
2015 when you and I went.
I know.
Gracie was a Scholastic News reporter, so we got credentialed. We also, I wish I had that Democratic one because I feel like all I have are Republican
Yeah,
credentials.
wait, where are those?
I don't know. I would love to have them up here too.
They're probably somewhere. You probably have them.
Oh, here's the Republican spin room from the Republican presidential debate.
That
guys
one was,
can't see this.
No, don't show that. That's Brianna's.
Oh, it is? Oh, whoops. Okay, wait, what's this one? Wait, hold on.
That's
I'm looking at stuff. Take Back America Heritage Action Forum.
That's
Bonsicle
not yours,
Williams.
I
I don't know. something.
That's Brianna.
Yeah. Dan from Georgia, thank you for being here. Hey, Damon. All right, so the main act is about to come on. Main act about to come on. Job. I was in Minnesota for my first job in TV. Somebody's asking me, why did you move from New York to South Carolina? Wendy, I had a first job in Minnesota, and then I moved to South Carolina to
Can I
get
turn
my
this
second
a little
job.
bit?
Yeah. Sure. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Can you turn it up a little?
But do not.
I know.
Okay, everyone stand by.
I just want
I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Is it okay for me to have this audio?
Yes, just the audio is fine.
Okay.
They
We're
don't
listening together.
I think.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want it to be too loud because you guys might have it playing differently at your house. And if you need to turn me down, go ahead and just type comments, just so you can focus on what he's saying. But if you want to just keep my volume down and type
Oh
comments,
my gosh,
that's
it's
cool.
been the longest video ever.
It is. That's probably why he didn't need an introducer.
Oh, here we go. I think it's
And
coming.
it's now 10:17.
Ooh, turn it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Turn it up.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock? Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Oh,
Is he performing? Oh.
this is hot.
Oh. Oh.
Look at that lady in her.
What? Oh, I think he cut.
Uh-oh. Okay, Kid Rock is going all out. Wow. What do you think of this? The energy's high. Just gonna wake everybody up in the room right before he speaks. That's good. Hey, Brian, how are you? We're live
he's
streaming
singing.
behind the scenes.
He's doing a performance.
We're getting comments from viewers. Kid Rock's performing. Hi, Dan in Georgia. Hello to folks on the TikTok. Hey, Tammy Trent, how are you? Nice to see you. We're watching, and you guys are free to keep my volume down once you get on here, and then just share comments as you listen to former President Trump speak. We're particularly listening and watching for a change in any tone. He's talked about how he's rewritten this speech, and I would love to see what you guys think, if he has sort of achieved that in your mind based on what he says. So my friend Rita is, she's a young 70-year-old-ish person who's like, it's funny to see old people like me dancing to Kid Rock. That's funny.
Kid Rock famous for being like a solo act, or was he a part of some kind of band?
I think he's always been his own thing, right? I don't know.
He's getting it.
Is this like a song he wrote for this?
I think so. He just said Joe. Maybe
His
we're
son
wrong.
read his original speech, how divisive it was, says Shag. So Shag says that the Eric Trump speech was very divisive, and I didn't listen closely enough to be able to judge that. Hey, Louie, thanks for liking. Thanks for being here. Louie's back!
Yeah, I did not watch. I haven't really seen anybody's speech in full.
Thanks for being here. Huh?
I need to watch J.D. Vance's speech. I haven't heard him talk ever. I don't know.
Oh, I thought he did I thought his speech was interesting. It was basically his story, you know. And there's a movie of his life. We need to watch
Really?
it on vacation this week. Yeah,
What movie?
the Hillbilly Elegy. We need to watch that together. Let's watch it this week on vacation. We're on vacation this week, you guys.
He's going again. There's more.
Oh, I was kind of ready for it to end.
Yeah, me too. I feel
Are you
like
guys ready for this to end?
There's been 10 minutes of like.
I think he could have done like a 2-verse song and been really good. My name is Kid. Hi, my name is Kid. Did he say no, Shoujo? I don't know.
I think he did.
Did he?
I think he said something about Joe. So I don't know if this is like a song that he wrote for this, or if this is a song that's already existed.
Is this an existing
Do we have any Kid Rock fans in the chat?
Shag? We're hearing some of that too, but there's nothing verifiable. And
What?
CBS killed a rumor that was out there about, hey, Shelley, there was a rumor about a famous speechwriter working on a Biden speech, but the guy said it's absolutely not true. Total rumor mill. Yeah, Meacham is not working on a speech.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had seen.
He told CBS it's total malarkey. Oh, that's a Biden word. Malarkey.
That is.
You're welcome. I just thought I'd pull out a Biden phrase for that moment. Yeah. Everyone tap the screen. Louie, yes! Thank you. Where are we? We're at 7,000. Let's go. All right. We're getting likes on the other platforms.
I don't think if he were to drop out, in my opinion, I don't think he would drop out tomorrow. I think he'd probably drop out end of the week.
Oh.
Well, I guess it is the end
I
of the
will
week.
say, we know in the news business that if you want to drop bad news, you drop it on a Friday. Because the news cycle is hard to keep up with on the weekend, but this would not be hard. I mean, everyone would devote their stabs to covering it. But if you want to bury something, do it at 5 o'clock on a Friday. That's what they say in the PR world. So stay tuned. Hey, Brennan. Malarkey. I've always liked the word malarkey. It reminds me of my mom, because my mom grew up in upstate New York, and she was a very, like, sort of, I don't know,
They
just
go into
not
commercial
country,
break.
but you know what I mean, like just a simple, wonderful
that?
words like that, malarkey and stuff like that.
She's just a random lady.
She's just getting down. She's got her hat on.
they go into
Oh, should I put my
commercial
hat on? Let's do it. Wait, I have a blazer on though. This is gonna be weird. All right, we're in watching mode. We are in watching mode, guys. We're ready. We're ready to watch. Are we ready?
Brennan says, hi, Miss Amy. Hi, Brennan.
Hi, Brennan.
On
Eric. Woo! Let's go.
On
We're watching
TikTok.
this thing
On
on TikTok. Hey, Brennan. Thanks. This is my hat.
look adorable.
Oh, there's okay. So Milani is not speaking. She is just gonna sit there and watch her
You look
husband.
adorable. Someone said you look adorable.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Stacy. All
I
right.
feel like I have to be here to be her manager to get her to
Hey,
respond.
Connie. Connie said that's enough of the Kid Rocks.
Yeah.
I'm kind of good.
No, we've been going on for like 18 minutes.
Kid Rock
Oh my
is
gosh.
Kid Rock is coming to Anderson.
I think we're going.
I wonder if he's
I think it's going. I think.
here. He comes. Oh no.
Oh, who is this?
Who-
Is that Dana White?
I was gonna. Who is this? Who is
Is it
this?
Dana White?
I
The
don't.
Good
UFC
evening,
guy?
ladies and gentlemen.
That is, I think.
I am Dana White.
Yes.
I'm the CEO and president of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
UFC.
What does that mean? I
So
don't even
2
know.
weeks ago, I
He's-
got
he
a
spoke
call
earlier the
from
week.
President
Oh, he
Trump
did.
Yes, he always
asking me
does.
if I'd be willing to speak tonight. As usual, there was no pressure, no demands.
I thought he already
asked me as a
spoke.
friend,
Maybe I'm
and
wrong.
of course
Maybe.
I said yes. Then,
He was announced to speak.
after I accepted his offer, he sent me a text message, and I just want to read to you a little piece of what President Trump wrote to me.
Oh,
Dana, I'm so honored that you will be doing the introduction at the National Republican Convention. Think of it as the biggest fight you ever had, a fight for our country and even the world. I only wish you didn't have to
thanks,
interrupt your family
PhD.
trip.
People are saying
But I hope
hello
they
to your
understand
co-host too.
they
Oh,
love
hi,
you,
guys.
and they know how important this is.
I'm just watching.
She's just watching with me.
Now think about this. This man's running for president of the United States. He's fighting for the future of this country, and he's concerned about interrupting my family trip.
Oh,
That's the
hey
president
Beth,
Trump
thanks for
that I know.
following.
A
I
man
thought
who
he
truly
was
cares
great.
about
I don't.
people.
I mean, I don't really follow him. I don't know his music at all. Is that typical Kid Rock?
The
I don't.
mainstream media likes to push the narrative that he doesn't care about anyone.
It was
but
high
himself.
energy. I'll give it that.
Absolutely no, that's not the truth.
And I
because
couldn't
I've been
hear all
friends
the
with this
lyrics.
guy for 25 years. And for the people who know me, they'll know this is true. I just want to make something very clear.
I'm on my phone.
Oh, I
The
was
Trump
like, what is
campaign has
happening?
ever told me what to say. Nobody tells me what to say.
I bet
and I'm
not.
Nobody's puppet.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that guy's a puppet at all for anybody. He strikes me as I don't want to meet you in an alley. Like,
Oh, he is the CEO of the UFC.
I know. Like, he's probably gonna take me down,
I know
man.
President Trump.
The what does UFC stand for? The
Ultimate Fighting Competition.
Ultimate-
No, Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Ultimate Fighting Championship. It's some kind of fighting thing. Is it wrestling? Wrestling?
It's, yes.
Is it like the
basically.
fake guys that like, or is
Yeah.
it real?
No, this is like when they're in the cage and they're like kicking each other and like that. It's like the real stuff.
Real
And
stuff.
no boxing gloves either.
So they're not like the
no,
ones that are.
WWE. That's
They're not like
WWE.
Hulk Hogan.
No.
Okay, that's
They're-
WWE.
These guys are like real.
We need to get up on our wrestling stuff.
The answer is in
Oh, I thought this was gonna be
President Trump's
Trump.
text, and I quote, "A fight for our country."
Isn't he coming though?
He's got to be next. I mean, it's 10:30.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we were
Hey,
waiting.
Jacques C. PhD says, hi, Gracie.
Hi,
Eric is
PhD.
here. He's on the TikTok-talkie. Hello, Eric.
PhD.
Hello, Barbie.
Hi, Sheila.
Hey, you guys, we're 8,000 likes. If we could get, I know you guys can't do this. You guys can't do this
double tap
either.
the screen.
Double tap. Double tap.
Everybody double tap.
A
2,000.
malignant narcissist. We use people, including harming people if necessary. Dragon is not a fan. Hey, Dragon. Not of me. Of.
Maybe they were commenting that about you.
Are you mad at me? You're not mad at me. I'm just hanging out, listening to your comments. Kylie, how are you? Nice to see you. MMA real fighting. Okay, Dan says he set the record straight. This is real fighting.
Whether you were born in this country or came here from someplace else, this is the last real land of opportunity.
Left Insta. It's just
Look
quiet.
at that baby.
Hi,
Did you
Kay.
see the baby? You missed the baby in a tux.
There was a baby in the
Little
tux?
baby, he was so precious.
Aw. A baby in a tux. I'd be annoyed at my mom if I was a baby in a
He was on
tux.
shoulders.
Hi, Sherry. Sweet Sandy, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing okay.
Why would you ever buy a house? I know that President Trump is fighting to save the American dream.
Is he like
and that puts
introducing him?
Savannah did good. Aw.
Is he introducing him, or is he like?
We are choosing
This is his own
who we
speech.
want to lead us in this fight. I know President Trump is a proven leader, a fearless leader, and this country was in a
By the way, I don't know if anybody has flights out of Asheville, but there's been some problems at the Asheville airport. It's printed backwards here. It's correct on TikTok, but here it's reversed. But it's just because it's reversed.
What happened on 26 earlier?
I know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna choose strength and
I didn't pay
security.
attention.
I know.
You want me to go?
I'm gonna choose
There
opportunity and
it was by
prosperity.
the exit to get
I know
off
I'm
at.
gonna choose real American leadership
West Side.
and a real American badass.
Oh,
Language.
I took pictures of it.
And I'm not
Sorry for the language, everybody. I didn't say it.
And I'm not telling you what to think. I'm telling you what I know. I know America needs a strong leader, and the world needs a strong America.
Oh, they had the funeral. Oh, they're having the wake for Corey Comparator tonight. Oh,
President of the United States.
can you imagine?
My fellow Americans, it is my honor to introduce the 45th and
Here we go.
Our gold wire says,
All right, so
why aren't any of
hope Donald Trump starting at 10:29, almost 10:30. Almost 10:30.
our gold wire said, why aren't any of 45's former cabinet members at the convention? Pence, Pompeo, etc. A lot of them don't support.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dissent within the ranks of.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
like
mixed feelings.
Pence did not endorse him.
Sorry, it does say TV Amy. It's just backwards.
Click on the. I want to see this.
Oh, sorry.
What is he walking out right now? Oh no, somebody's just singing. All right, who is this guy?
Are you?
Wait,
Oh my!
Wait.
Do we need to have a conversation with my child?
Wait.
That is Lee Greenwood, who
Oh,
sings
I don't know
"I'm
who that
proud."
is.
I'm proud to be American.
Oh!
I'm proud to be
Wait,
an American.
He sings this song.
Oh my gosh, y'all! I have failed. I have failed.
Y'all, I'm so sorry.
How do you not know
I
that?
don't listen to this song on the regular. Oh,
Stand up. This is a good song.
this is a good song.
Tap, tap, tap. We're almost to 9,000 likes on TikTok. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Oh, I can double tap. I don't know what I'm doing.
We're so happy to have you. He sounds better. He sang earlier in the week and he sounded flat. Oh,
Oh.
okay. I might have misspoke. But he did. He sounded flat. And I was like, oh, but this is much better. Well, he was singing at the event, wasn't he? Didn't he sing at the event? And I don't know. Was he at that rally? I saw somewhere. Where
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. That's some serious lighting.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's some big, like, Hollywood lights there. What do you think of the lighting? What do you think of this presentation? And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Their life with me, and I gladly stand up. Oh, and defend
I don't
all
know
through
lyrics
the
except for like a few
day.
parts.
'Cause there ain't no road, I love this land. Cajun lady loves the convention. She thinks it's fire. Fire.
You just mentioned him being flat. There it
What?
is. You just mentioned him being flat.
He's being a little flat. Oh, what's happening? Oh,
What is
they're
that?
gonna pay tribute to Corey. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh,
That's his
beautiful.
outfit, y'all.
Oh,
Oh wow. Oh, that's kind of emotional. Wow. And they're literally having the wake right now, or they were earlier. Oh. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's pretty heavy.
all right, guys. It's starting.
Oh wow. Look at this over there. Oh
Hey.
wow. Oh wow. Look at all the photographers positioned next to Comparator's outfit, his
Yeah.
uniform, tribute. They're waiting. I think the former president's going to do something over that way. I don't know.
Oh. Is he crying?
I don't know. I don't think so. I can't really. I've got a pretty small screen here, so I can't really see
Put
him.
it full screen. There.
Thank
Full
you very
screen?
much.
Go.
Thank you very, very much. Wow. And thank you, Dana. Thank you, Kid Rock, sometimes referred to as Bob.
What?
And thank you, Lee, right from the beginning. Thank you very much. What a talent. What a beautiful, beautiful
Aw.
soul. Thank you.
All right. Let me know what your thoughts are as he speaks.
Delegates and fellow citizens,
Starting.
I stand before you this
10:34.
evening with a message of confidence, strength, and hope. 4 months from now, we will have an incredible victory, and we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country.
Thank you for the 10K.
Together, we will launch a new
Thank
era
you.
of safety, prosperity, and freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. The discord and division in our society must be healed. We must heal it quickly. As Americans, we are bound together by a single fate and a shared destiny. We rise together or we fall apart. I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. So tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Some people are crying and.
Thank you very much.
Huh.
Thank you very much.
Oh, he's been crying big time, that man.
And we will do it right. We're going to do it right. Let me begin this evening by expressing my gratitude to the American people for your outpouring of love and support following the assassination attempt at my rally on Saturday. As you already know, the assassin's bullet came within a quarter of an inch of taking my life.
Wow.
So many people have asked me what happened
tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened, and you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell. It was a warm, beautiful day in the early evening in Butler Township in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Music was loudly playing, and the campaign was doing really well. I went to the stage, and the crowd was cheering wildly. Everybody was happy. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily, because I was discussing the great job my administration did on immigration at the southern border. We were very proud of it.
It does seem different. It's like,
He seems
Behind
softer
me,
than
yeah.
in the past.
And to the right was a large screen that was displaying a chart of border crossings under my leadership. The numbers were absolutely amazing. In order to see the chart, I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do, when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear.
Oof.
I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place. I immediately knew it was very serious, that we were under attack, and in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground. Bullets were continuing to fly as very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage.
God bless them. Putting their lives at risk, right? They didn't know if the
Yeah.
gunfire was over. Wow.
These are great people at great risk, I will tell you.
Yeah.
And pounced on top of me so that I would be protected. There was blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe because I had God on my side. I felt that. The amazing thing is that prior to the shot, if I had not moved my head at that very last instant, the assassin's bullet would have perfectly hit its mark, and I would not be here tonight. We would not be together.
Wow.
The most incredible aspect of what took place on that terrible evening in the fading sun was actually seen later. In almost all cases, as you probably know, and when even a single bullet is fired, just a single bullet, and we had many bullets that were being fired, crowds run for the exits or stampede, but not in this case. It's very unusual. This massive crowd of tens of thousands of people stood by and didn't move an inch.
Wow.
In fact, many of them bravely but automatically stood up looking for where the sniper would be. They knew immediately it was a sniper. And then began pointing at him. You can see that if you look at the group behind me. That was just a small group compared to what was in front. Nobody ran, and by not stampeding, many lives were saved. But that isn't the reason that they didn't move. The reason is that they knew I was in very serious trouble. They saw it. They saw me go down. They saw the blood and thought actually, most did, that I was dead. They knew it was a shot to the head. They saw the blood. And there's an interesting statistic. The ears are the bloodiest part. If something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part of the body. For whatever reason, the doctors told me that. And I said, why is there so much blood? He said, it's the ears. They bleed more. So we learned something, but they just...
So we learned something.
This beautiful crowd, they didn't want to leave me. They knew I was in trouble. They didn't want to leave me. And you can see that love written all over their faces. Incredible people. They're incredible people. Bullets were flying over us, yet I felt
What
serene.
does that say?
But now the Secret Service
finished setting up
agents
the
were
file.
putting themselves in peril. They were in very dangerous territory. Bullets were flying right over them, missing them by a very small amount of inches. And then it all stopped. Our Secret Service sniper, from a much greater distance and with only one bullet used, took the assassin's life, took him out. I'm not supposed to be here tonight. Not supposed to be here. Yeah. Thank you. But I'm not. And I'll tell you, I stand before you in this arena only by the grace of Almighty God. In watching the reports over the last few days, many people say it was a providential moment. Probably was. When I rose surrounded by Secret Service, the crowd was confused because they thought I was dead, and there was great, great sorrow. I could see that on their faces as I looked out. They didn't know I was looking out. They thought it was over, but I could see it. I wanted to do something to let them know I was okay. I raised my right arm, looked at the thousands and thousands of people that were breathlessly waiting, and started shouting, "Fight, fight, fight." Thank you. Once my clenched fist went up, and it was high into the air. You've all seen that. The crowd realized I was okay and roared
Thank you.
with pride for our country like no crowd I have ever heard before. Never heard anything like it. For the rest of my life, I will be grateful for the love shown by that giant audience of patriots that stood bravely on that fateful evening in Pennsylvania. Tragically, the shooter claimed the life of one of our fellow Americans, Corey Comparator. Unbelievable person, everybody tells me. Unbelievable. And seriously wounded. Two other great warriors, spoke to them today. David Dutch and James Copenhaver. Two great people. I also spoke to all three families of these tremendous people. Our love and prayers are with them, and always will be. We're never going to forget them. They came for a great rally. They were serious Trumpsters, I want to tell you. They were serious Trumpsters, and still are. But Corey, unfortunately, we have to use the past tense. He was incredible. He was a highly respected former fire chief, respected by everybody. Was accompanied by his wife, Helen, incredible woman. I spoke to her today, devastated. and 2 precious daughters. He lost his life selflessly acting as a human shield to protect them from flying bullets. He went right over the top of them and was hit. What a
bless
fine
him.
man he was.
That is so sad. Oh. Oh. Sick. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, that is sad. Mm.
I want to thank the fire department and the family for sending his helmet, his outfit, and it was just something, and they're going to do something very special when they get it. But we did something which cannot match what happened, not even close. But I am very proud to say that over the past few days, we've raised $6.3 million for the families of David, James,
Wow.
and Corey, including from a friend of mine just called up. He sent me a check right here. I just got it. $1 million
Wow.
from Dan Newland. Thank you, Dan. And again, when speaking to the family, I told them, I said, well, I'm going to be sending you a lot of money, but it can't compensate. They all said the same thing. You're right, sir. We appreciate so much what you're doing, but nothing can take the place in the case of Corey. And the other 2, by the way, they were very, very seriously injured, but now they're doing very well. They're going to be okay. They're going to be doing very well. They're warriors. So now I ask that we observe a moment of silence in
Try not
honor
to, I mean,
of
Moment of silence.
our friend Corey. There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for others. This is the spirit that forged America in her darkest hours, and this is the love that will lead America back to the summit of human achievement and greatness. This is what we need. Despite such a heinous attack, we unite this evening more determined than ever. I am more determined than ever, and so are you. So is everybody in this room. Thank you very much.
What are they saying?
I don't know. We love Trump, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. But they're not saying it in
Our
unison,
resolve
so you can't
is
tell what they're
unbroken and
saying.
our purpose is unchanged to
Hi,
deliver
Myrtle
a
Beach. Hey,
government that
Daniel. We're
serves the
watching
American people better
the former
than
president
ever
speak.
before.
Looking for your
Nothing
comments
will
if you have
stop
anything to say
me
about it.
in this mission because our vision is righteous and our cause is pure. No matter what obstacle comes our way, we will not break, we will not bend, we will not back down, and I will never stop fighting for you, your family, and our magnificent country. Never. And everything I have to give with all of the energy and fight in my heart and soul, I pledge to our nation tonight. Thank you very much. I pledge that to our nation. I'm going to turn our nation around, and we're going to do it very quickly. Thank you.
Thanks for commenting, Dan and Rita and Connie. Appreciate your comments, everybody.
This election should be about the issues facing our country and how to make America successful, safe, free, and great again.
Hey, Bryson.
In an age when our politics too often divide us, now is the time to remember that we are all fellow citizens. We are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we must not criminalize dissent or demonize political disagreement, which is what's been happening in our country lately at a level that nobody has ever seen before. In that spirit, the Democrat Party should immediately stop weaponizing the justice system and labeling their political opponent as an enemy of democracy. Especially since that is not true. In fact, I am the one saving democracy for the people of our country. And very big news, as you probably just read, on Monday a major ruling was handed down from a highly respected federal judge in Florida, Eileen Cannon, finding that the prosecutor and the fake documents case against me were totally unconstitutional, and the entire case was thrown out of court. With all of that publicity, thrown out of court.
Are you guys noticing any change in tone? I'm seeing some people
If
comment that.
Democrats want to unify our country, they should drop these partisan witch hunts, which I have been going through for approximately 8 years. And they should do that without delay and allow an election to proceed that is worthy of our people. We're going to win it anyway, but worthy of our people. On this journey, I am deeply honored to be joined by my amazing wife, Melania.
Yeah, she does look really good.
She looks really good.
She had more work done.
I don't know.
She
But
looks
if,
fantastic.
but if she did have any work done,
You can't tell.
it was perfectly done work.
Yeah.
I mean, she just looks great. She looks rested and
And Melania, thank you very much. You also did something really beautiful, a letter to America
Hi, Rochelle.
calling for national unity, and it really took the Republican Party by surprise. I will tell you, it was beautiful. In fact, some very serious people said that we should take that letter and put it as part of the Republican platform. That would be an honor, wouldn't it? Right? Mr. Congressman? But it captivated so many, so I also want to thank my entire family for being here. Don, Kimberly, Ivanka and Jared, Eric and Lara, Tiffany and Michael, Barron. We love our Barron.
where's Barron?
Where is he?
Where is Barron? Is he there?
I don't see him.
And of course, my 10 wonderful grandchildren. You saw a few of them up there on my lap before.
Oh, maybe they're above and we're not showing it? I don't know. I don't see him.
And how good was Dana? Was Dana good? I mean, you know, was he good? You know, he was on probably the only vacation he's
Yeah,
had in
I'm
about,
I'm online,
maybe
so it's
ever,
probably behind you.
because he works, but about 10 years with his wife.
Could be.
Very far
Maybe
away.
he's
I
in
won't
boarding
tell you
school.
where, but very,
But
very far
wouldn't you
away,
get the date?
beautiful
I mean,
place.
you know what I mean?
And my people called
I don't know,
and
just-
he
Boarding
said,
school
"Yeah, I
during the
won't be
summer?
able to do it. This is
I
many,
don't
many
know.
years. I promised my wife I can't do it." And they came in, they said,
Or maybe
"Dana won't be
Melania just
able to
doesn't
do
want
it."
him brought out.
Because he was my first, second, and third choice. I said, "Well, you know, that's too bad, but I understand he's away, and it's good. It's good for him."
Oh, so he's away?
And that was it. About 30 minutes later, she came back in. "Sir, Dana just called. He's going to do it."
Oh, Dana. Okay,
And
I
his
thought I
wife,
was talking about Barron for
she
a second.
said, "You can't turn him down. You just can't do it. You have to go." That's a good wife.
I do that with my husband. That's funny.
So he got on a plane. He got here a little while ago. Now he's going to get on the plane in a little while, and he's going to go back home to his wife. But they're great, and I just want to thank her and him and their whole family, because that's not easy. And Kid Rock, same thing. Called, he said, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part, because, you know, Kid does his great song, Big, Big Monster song. I had no idea. You know, he became a friend of mine over the last 10 years. And he's amazing. Everyone loves him. I didn't even know how big he was. You know, he has rallies, 35, 40,000 people he gets every time he goes out.
Really?
I think he's making so much money, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it. You want to know? And then we have my other friend that I've known him so long, and we took that song, and it was a big success, but we made that. I saw a chart of great songs to America. That was number 1 on the chart recently, number 1. So that's Lee Greenwood, a very special,
Oh.
beautiful person. He's a beautiful man. But they all wanted to be here. They called. And how about the Hulkster? How good was he? Is he? Where is he? Boy, oh boy.
He does seem different to me.
Oh, Hulk! He's like,
You know, they may call it.
that's
They may
funny.
call that entertainment. I know about entertainment, but when
He
used
does
to
look
lift
so
a
good.
350
She says Hulk
pound
Hogan
man
looks. Rosho
over his
says
shoulders and
Hulk
then
Hogan
bench
looks
press him
so
2
good.
rows
Yeah, he
into
is
the
cute.
audience.
Yes. What
I
about
said,
Melania?
maybe
Do you think she had some
entertainment,
work
but
done
he
or
is
something?
one
She looks
strong
like,
son of a gun. I will
actually,
tell
like
you.
she's
I
aged
watched him many
backwards. Like she
times.
looks amazing.
There aren't a lot of entertainers that can do that, right? You were fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. I'm
Followed
glad you're
by
here.
Eric. What was that all about? Boy, that was good. I didn't want to really come up here.
I didn't hear him much because we were all
But he
joking
was
around.
so great, and he's such
Sorry.
a good young man. He went through a lot of trouble, and Don last night was incredible.
What
went
trouble
through
did he
so
go
much
through?
Trouble. They got subpoenaed more than any
Oh,
people probably in the history
okay.
of the United
I was like, wait,
States.
what?
Every week they get another subpoena from the Democrats, crazy Nancy Pelosi, the whole thing, just boom, boom, boom. They've got to stop that because they're destroying our country. We have to work on making America great again, not on beating people. And we won. We beat them in all. We beat them in the impeachments. We beat them on indictments. We beat them. But the time that you have to spend, if they would devote that genius to helping our country, we'd have a much stronger and better country.
Thanks for being here. Glad you're watching. Yeah, she did look good.
And Jason, the biggest star in country music. Jason, thank you for being here.
Aldine?
I don't know.
Jason,
I wasn't tuned in for
thank
that.
you very much.
I assume it's
Was it
Jason.
Jason
Aldine?
Aldean, he's good.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you for
I like,
filling
his,
that in.
I like his
I
wife
didn't
even
know.
better, by the way. She's here.
He likes Wives Alive.
Thank you, Jason.
He's a big wife fan.
But I'm thrilled to have a new friend and partner fighting by my side. The next Vice President
Oh.
of the United States, the current Senator from Ohio, J.D. Vance, and his incredible wife, Usha.
The way he says everything about everybody's wives is funny.
She seems very proud of her husband. It's very sweet. She did it. Usha spoke last night. And did you watch her?
He's going
You
to
should
be
look
a
that
great
up too.
I need to watch.
Vice President. He's going to be great. He'll be with this country and with this movement, greatest movement in the history of our country. Make America great again. When they criticize it, they said, we're going to try and stop MAGA. I said, MAGA is making America great again. What are you going to stop? There's nothing to stop. Then they say, oh, that's right. It's very tough to fight it. And all of the people that did try and fight it have failed. But he's going to be with us for a long time, and it was an honor to select him. Great student at Yale. His wife was a great student at Yale. They met at Yale. These are two smart people. So, J.D., you're going to be doing this for a long time. Enjoy the
Jen.
ride.
Hi, Nancy. JD reminds me of Ben Hoover Roadshow. That's hilarious.
Special thank you to
Really?
the
That's what she
extraordinary
said.
people
I'm gonna
who-
tell. I gotta
who
screen
won.
grab this. Wait, hold on. I have to screen grab it so I can. Oh no! Wait, I just turned it off. Oh no! Wait.
There they are. You are
Oh
so
gosh, sorry.
easy
I
to
just turned
spot.
it off. I have to. Oh no! I did it again.
And Green Bay's gonna have a good
Y'all,
team
I'm
this
so
year.
sorry. Hang
They're gonna
on.
have a good team.
I'm not good
You're
at
gonna have a
screen
good
grabbing. Rosha, I'm sending that to him
Most of the
after.
audience doesn't like it, but it's true. You're gonna have
funny.
a very good team this year.
Killing me.
And by the way, Wisconsin, we are spending over $250 million here,
Hey, Abigail.
creating jobs and
We're
other
listening to
economic
Trump speak right now. The
development
RNC.
all over the place. So I hope you will remember this in November and give us your vote. I am trying to buy your vote. I'll be honest about that.
What? Look at all the Wisconsin cheese. That kills me. Wisconsinites, man,
And
they're
I promise
hilarious.
we will make Wisconsin great again. We're gonna make it.
Look at that. Look at all the cheese.
Mr. Governor,
That's
thank you very
hilarious.
much. Thank you. I'm here tonight to lay out a vision for the whole nation. To every citizen, whether you're a young or old man or woman, Democrat,
appreciate you for
Republican, or
that.
independent,
Thank you.
black or white, Asian or Hispanic, I extend to you a hand of loyalty and of friendship. Together we will lead America to new heights of greatness like the world has never seen before. We were right there in the first term. We got hit with COVID. We did a great job. Nobody knew what it was, but nobody's ever seen an economy pre-COVID. And then we handed over a stock market that was substantially higher than just prior to COVID. Coming in, did a great job. Never got credit for that. We got credit for the war and defeating ISIS and so many things. The great economy,
Hi,
the
Mary
biggest
Beth.
tax
Thanks for
cuts ever,
following.
the
Hey, Stay
biggest
Golden.
regulation cuts ever.
Hi, Sheila. Hi,
The
Tommy.
creation of Space Force, the rebuilding of our
Oh,
military.
thank
we
you,
did so
Rosho.
much.
Nice to see you. I hope you have a
We
great
did
night.
so much. Right to try. Right to
See you
try
soon,
is
I
a
hope.
big deal.
Hey, AJ.
We got right to try. They were trying to get
Thanks
that
for being here. YouTube and Facebook.
52 years.
Love y'all.
Somebody's terminally ill, and hopefully there's nobody in this audience, but it does happen a lot. They're terminally ill and they can't use our new space age drugs and other things that we are way ahead. We're the greatest doctors in the world, the greatest laboratories in the world, and you can't do it. They've been trying to get that approved for 52 years. Wasn't that easy? The insurance companies didn't want to do it. They didn't want the risk. The labs didn't want to do it because if it didn't work, people are pretty far down the line toward death. They didn't want to do it. The doctors didn't want to have it on their records, so I got everybody into an office. 52 years they tried. Sounds simple, but it's not. And I got them to agree that somebody that needs it will, instead of going to Asia, Europe, or someplace, or if you have no money going
Thank you
home
for
and
sharing the
dying, just
live.
die.
Hi, Claudia.
We got them to sign an agreement.
Yeah, this has
agree
not
to
been
it,
a
where they're not
chock
gonna
full
sue
of,
anybody. They're gonna get all
meat
of this stuff. They're gonna
speech.
get
It's
it
been
really
interesting.
fast. And what's happened is we're saving thousands and thousands of lives. It's incredible. Right to try. It's a great feeling. Under our leadership, the United States will be respected again. No nation will question our power. No enemy will doubt our might. Our borders will be totally secure. Our economy will soar. We will return law and order to our streets, patriotism to our schools, and importantly, we will restore peace, stability, and harmony all throughout the world. But to achieve this future, we must first rescue our nation from failed and even incompetent leadership. We have totally incompetent leadership. This will be the most important election in the history of our country. Under the current administration, we are indeed a nation in
Stay
decline.
offended. Hey,
We
Michelle.
have an
Hi, Kenzie.
inflation crisis that is making life unaffordable, ravaging the incomes
Sherry.
of working and low-income families, and crushing, just simply crushing our people like never before. They've never seen anything like it. We also have an illegal immigration crisis, and it's taking place right now as we sit here in this beautiful arena. It's a massive invasion at our southern border that has spread misery, crime,
Mary Beth.
poverty, disease, and destruction to communities all across our land. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Then there's an international crisis, the likes of which the world has seldom been part of. Nobody can believe what's happening. War is now raging in Europe and the Middle East. A growing
Hi, Liza.
specter of conflict hangs over Taiwan, Korea, the
Sharon.
Philippines, and all of Asia.
Bizarre.
And our planet is teetering on the edge of World War III. And this will be a war like no other war because of weaponry. The weapons are no longer army tanks going back and forth shooting
Hi,
at
Divya.
each other. These weapons are obliteration. It's time for a change. This administration can't come close to solving the problems. We're dealing with very tough, very fierce people. They're fierce people. And we don't have fierce
Hi, Brian.
people.
Hi, Deborah.
We have people that are a lot less than fierce, except when it comes to cheating on elections and a couple of other things. Then they're fierce.
Thanks, Ruby, for commenting.
Then they're fierce. So tonight, I make this pledge to the great people of America. I will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy. We will drill, baby, drill.
Hey, Ketty. Ruby is saying yes, drill, baby, drill. Hey, Wayne.
Can you believe what they're doing? But by doing that, we will lead a large-scale decline in prices. Prices will start to come down. Energy raised it. They took our energy policies and destroyed them. Then they immediately went back to them, but by that time, so much was lost.
Thank you, Dan, for tuning
But we
in.
will
God
do
bless.
it at levels that nobody's
Have a
ever
good
seen
night.
before. And
So Dan
We'll
is
end
leaving us over on
lots of different
Facebook or
things. We'll start
YouTube. I'm
paying
not
off
sure which
debt
one.
and
Is it
start
Facebook,
lowering
Dan?
taxes even further. We gave you the largest tax cut. We'll do it more.
Hey,
Now,
Rhonda.
people don't realize I brought taxes way down, way down, and yet we took in more revenues the
Jen.
following
Hey,
year than
Corin.
we did when the tax rate was much higher. Most people said, how did you do that?
Thank you for
Because
being here, Jen.
it was incentive. Everybody was coming to the country. They were bringing back billions and billions of dollars into our country. The companies made it impossible to bring it back. The tax rate was too high, and the legal complications were far too great. I changed both of them, and hundreds of billions of dollars by Apple and so many other companies were brought back into our nation, and we had an economy the likes of which no nation had ever seen. China, we were beating them at levels that were incredible.
Yeah,
they
Sheila's
know it.
making a good point. We're trying
They
not
know
to. We want
We'll
opinions,
do it
but we don't
again,
want to
but
be
we'll do it even better.
we don't want to be super
I will
rude
end
about it.
the illegal immigration crisis by closing our border and finishing the wall, most of which I've already built. On the wall, we were dealing with a very difficult Congress, and I said, oh, that's okay, we won't go to Congress. I call it an invasion. We gave our military almost $800 billion. I said, I'm going to take a little of that money because this is an invasion. And we
Kennedy, hi,
built,
Donna.
most of the wall is already built, and we built it through using the funds because what's better than that? We have to stop the invasion into our country that's killing hundreds of thousands of people a year.
Wow.
We're not going to let that happen.
Have you guys ever lost anybody to the fentanyl crisis?
I will end every single
We've had somebody
international crisis
that died.
that the
A
current
friend of one of my
administration has
daughters is
created,
awful.
including the horrible
Terrible.
war with Russia and Ukraine, which would have never happened if I was president, and the war caused by the attack on Israel,
Hey, JR.
which would have never
How are ya?
happened if I was president. Iran was broke. Iran had no money. Now Iran has $250 billion. They made it all over the last 2.5 years. They were broke. I watched the other day on a show called Deface the Nation. Has anyone seen it? And they had a congressman who was a Democrat say, well, whether you like him or not,
Oh
Iran
gosh.
was
Somebody.
broke dealing with
I don't have any
told China
moderators,
and
but
other
I'm blocking
countries,
that.
if you buy from
That
Iran,
is totally not
we will
cool.
not let you do any
Not cool
business in this
comment.
country, and we will put tariffs on every product you do send in
That is
of 100%
terrible.
or more.
Did you see that?
And they said to me, well, I think that's about it. They weren't going to buy any oil. And they were ready to make a deal.
tried
Iran
to
was going
block
to make a
them.
deal
Oh.
with us. And then
Yeah.
we had that horrible,
I blocked
horrible
that.
result
I
that
tried
we'll
to
never
block
let
it.
happen
I
again.
can do it. Hold on.
Confirm.
The election result, we're never going to let that happen again. They used COVID to cheat. We're never going to let it happen again. And they took off all the sanctions and they did everything possible for Iran. And now Iran is very close to having a nuclear weapon, which would have never
I
happened.
think I
This is
somehow
a shame
accidentally
what-
blocked things I
what
didn't
this
mean to block.
administration, the damage
Sorry,
that this
y'all.
administration has done,
I don't
and
know
I
how
say
to
it
block.
often.
I'll go back through and fix it
If you
later.
took the 10 worst presidents in the history of the United States, think of it, the 10 worst, added them up, they will not have done the damage that
Recording.
Biden has done. Only going to use the term once. Biden. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time.
Huh.
The damage that he's done to this country is unthinkable. It's unthinkable. Together we will restore vision, strength, competence, and we're going to have a thing called common sense making most of our decisions, actually. It's all common sense. Just a few short years ago, under my presidency, we had the most secure border and best economy in the history of our country, in the history of the world. We had the greatest economy in the history of the world. We had never done anything like it. We were beating every country, including China, by leaps and bounds. Nobody had seen anything like it. We had no inflation, soaring incomes were going. Nobody can believe it. You can't believe what happened 4 years ago is happening now in reverse. And the world was at peace. Inflation has been a killer for our country. No matter what you make it, it doesn't matter because inflation is eating you alive. People that were putting away money, they were making great wages, the highest they've ever made, but they were putting away a lot of money. Now they are just being destroyed. They're not putting away anything. They're barely living. They're going into savings accounts. They're taking out their money to live because of inflation. Inflation, remember, it's called a country buster.
Somebody
You can go
says that
back
the
to
uniform
Germany
was
from
missing
100
a letter,
years
like it was
ago. You can go
misspelled. I
back
don't know if
to
that's
any
true or
country
not.
that suffered great
hope that's not
inflation.
true.
We've suffered the worst inflation we've
I
ever
can't
had.
verify that without
But go
rewinding, and I
back
can't
and
do
see
that right
what's
now.
happened to those countries. We've
Hold on,
had
I
the
can
worst
pull it up
inflation
online,
we've
too.
ever had under this person.
There's probably Twitter
But in
about
less
it.
than 4 years, our opponents have turned incredible success into unparalleled tragedy and failure. It's been a tremendous failure.
I
Today,
appreciate
our
your
cities are
comment.
flooded with illegal aliens. Americans are being squeezed out of the labor force and their jobs are taken. By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens.
I have to look.
And
I'm
you know
looking to
who's
see if
being
that's
hurt
true.
the most by
We're looking.
millions of people
I
pouring
can't pull
into
it
our
up right now because
country?
all my
How is it
devices.
supposed
The
to be
black
spelled?
population
It's supposed to be
and the Hispanic population, because they're
COMPERATORE.
taking the jobs from our
There's
black
no way.
population.
That's what they were saying.
Our Hispanic population.
It's a- I mean,
and
I don't know how
we're
you make that
also taking
mistake.
them
Come on,
from
man.
Unions. The unions are
I mean, that's not
suffering because of
technically his fault, but I mean,
it. Thank
it's
you.
his thing. So
Thank you. I like you too.
somebody should have gotten that
Thank
right.
you very much. Inflation has wiped out the life savings of our citizens and forced the middle class into a state of depression
Hey,
and
Tony.
despair.
Hey,
That's what it
Steve.
is. It's despair and depression. We cannot and will not let this continue. Less than 4 years ago, we were a great nation, and we will soon be a great nation again. We're going to be a great nation again. Thank you. With proper leadership, every disaster we are now enduring will be fixed, and it will be fixed very, very quickly. So tonight, whether you've supported me in the past or not, I hope you will support me in the future because I will bring back the American dream. That's what we're going to do. You don't even hear about the American dream anymore.
Sexy. I'm approving your comment. I'm having issues
With
as I
great humility,
ban some things.
I am
and
asking you to be excited about the future of our country. Be excited. Be excited.
little excitement there. It's now what time? 11:16. He started at
And by the way,
10:34.
The news reports, look at all of those big networks, look at them, they're all here. But every one of them has said this could be the most organized, best run, and most enthusiastic convention of either party that they've ever seen. Every single one. And it's true.
Look in the back. South Carolina's back there
It's true.
somewhere.
And there's love in the
Where are
room.
you
There's
guys? In the
great
way
love in
back.
the room.
I think they're back over here in the left corner. Or are they the right corner? I can't remember what they said.
So I better finish strong. Otherwise we'll blow
I am an
it,
anchor,
and we
honey.
can't let
I
that
anchor
happen.
the noon 4, 5, and 6.
Now, this was great. All of the great
been here
people
for
that
34
spoke,
years.
everybody
Have a
hit
nice
home
day.
run. I mean, there's not one that I can think of where I said, "Oh,
Thank
gee,
you,
that wasn't great." Every single person.
I know.
I refuse
Shocked.
to be the only one. Don't do that to me. They're already getting ready. See, I gave them an idea. Now this was a great convention. This was. I think we're actually going to go home and miss it. You know, usually with a first of all, look at these crowds. You'd never have this at a convention. Look at these crowds.
No, I just like to live stream at home, but thanks, Chris.
Love,
you been put
it's
out to
about
pasture
love.
yet?
This week,
Congrats.
the entire Republican Party has formally adopted an agenda for America's renewal.
Are
and
you
saw
guys
that
okay?
agenda.
Like,
And it's
are
very
you
short
bored? Like,
compared to
go elsewhere if
the
you don't like
long,
being here.
boring, meaningless
Lame.
agendas of the past, including the Democrats. They write these things that are hundreds
I have
of
too,
pages
Ruby. I've
long,
seen a
and
lot
they
of
never
people I
read them
know
after they're done.
covering it, etc.
In their case, fortunately, they don't read them because they're pretty bad. It's a series of bold promises that we will swiftly implement when you give us a
Hey,
Republican
William. Thanks,
House.
William.
And Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. We have our great Speaker of the House with us tonight. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Thank you. A Republican Senate, we have many senators here. And send me back to our beautiful White House just a few short months from now. We're talking about just months.
Matthew.
It can't come
Hey,
fast
Carol.
enough. We
Thanks,
have
you
to get
guys,
it
for
done.
standing up for me. This is
First,
not
we
about
must
me.
get
This is
economic
about
relief
about you.
to our citizens. Starting on day one, we will drive down prices and make America affordable again. We have to make it affordable. It's not affordable. People can't live like this. Under this administration, our current administration, groceries are up 57%, gasoline is up 60 and 70%, mortgage rates have quadrupled. And the fact is, it doesn't matter what they are because you can't get the money anyway.
Jennifer.
Can't buy houses. Young people can't get any financing to buy a house. The total household costs have increased an average of $28,000 per family under this administration. Republicans have a plan to bring down prices and bring them down very, very rapidly. By slashing energy costs, we will in turn reduce the cost of transportation, manufacturing, and all household
Big Ken,
goods.
thanks for the
So
comment.
much starts with energy.
Thanks, Illusions.
And remember, we
Hey,
have
Louie.
more liquid gold under our feet than any other country
Thank you,
by
Susie.
far. We are a nation that has the opportunity to make an absolute fortune with its energy. We have it, and China doesn't. Under the Trump administration, just 3.5 years ago, we were
Poor Uncle
energy
Skull.
independent. But
sorry
soon
for
we
you.
will actually be better than that. We will be energy dominant and supply not only ourselves, but we will supply
So goes it.
the rest of the world with numbers that nobody has
Hi,
ever
Sandra.
seen, and we
I
will
like this
reduce
short.
our debt, $36 trillion. We will start reducing that, and we will also reduce your taxes still further.
Hey, Gavin.
Next, and by the way, they want to raise your taxes 4 times. Think
Thank
of
you
it.
for the likes.
And
you
all my
guys.
life, I
Appreciate
grew
it.
up watching politicians. I always loved politics. I guess I was on the other side. I'd watch and they were always talking about, we will give
I'm
you a
not
tax cut.
supporting
We will
anyone.
give
I'll
you a
be doing
tax
this
cut.
from Democratic
My whole life,
convention
I
as
was
well.
watching, I will give you a
I
tax
just
cut, right,
wanted
Mr.
you guys to have
Congressman?
an
That's all they
opportunity
talked
to
about.
watch and share
This
your
is the
thoughts.
only administration that said, we're going to raise your taxes by 4 times what you're paying now, and people are supposed to vote for them? I've never heard it. You're paying too much. We're going to reduce your taxes still further. We gave you the biggest one, as I said. We're going to give you more. and it's going to lead to tremendous growth. We want growth in our country. That's what's going to pay off our debt.
Are you guys doing okay over here? Thanks for watching.
And next,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
will end the ridiculous and actually incredible waste of taxpayer dollars that is fueling the inflation crisis. They've spent trillions of dollars
Thanks, Teresa.
on things having to do with the Green New Scam. It's a scam. And that's caused tremendous inflationary
Jean,
pressures in
thank you.
addition to
Nice
the
to see
cost
you.
of energy. And all of the trillions of dollars that are sitting there not yet spent, we will
How are you doing,
redirect
Sandra?
that money for important projects like roads,
Are you
bridges,
enjoying
dams,
the
and we will
speech?
not
What are you
allow it to
thinking?
be spent on meaningless Green New Scam ideas. And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. That would be great.
Thereby saving
been
the U.S.
fascinating,
auto
for
industry
sure.
from complete obliteration, which is happening right now, and saving U.S. customers thousands and thousands of dollars per car. And right now, as we speak, large factories just started are being built across the border in Mexico. So with all the other things happening on our border,
Hi, William.
and they're being built by China to make cars and to sell them into our country. No tax, no anything. The United Auto Workers ought to be ashamed for allowing this to happen. And the leader of the United Auto Workers should be fired immediately. And every single auto worker, union and non-union, should be voting for Donald Trump because we're going to bring back car manufacturing and we're going to bring it back fast. They're building some of the largest auto plants anywhere in the world. Think of it, in the world. We're going to bring it back. We're going to make them. We don't mind that happening, but those plants are going to be built in the United States, and our people are going to man those plants. And if they don't agree with us, we'll put a tariff of approximately 100 to 200% on each car, and they will be unsellable in the United States.
Thanks for the comments, you guys.
We
Appreciate
have
it.
long been taken advantage of by other countries. And think of it, oftentimes these other countries are considered so-called allies. They've taken advantage of us for years. We lose jobs, we lose revenue, and they gain everything.
Bless you.
And wipe out our
You're fine.
businesses, wipe out our people. I stopped it for 4 years. I stopped it. And we're really ready to make changes like nobody had seen before. And remember, USMCA, I got rid of NAFTA, the worst trade deal ever made, and replaced it with
Hey,
USMCA, which is, they say, the best trade
Hey,
deal
Baker.
ever made.
Thanks for the comments. Hey, Michael.
Actually, probably the best trade deal was the deal I made
my
with
gosh,
China,
people are
where they
saying
buy
Taylor
$50
Swift
billion
2024.
worth of our product. They were buying nothing. They buy $50 billion worth. They had to. But I don't even talk about it because of COVID.
you keep
I don't
spamming,
even
I'm gonna have to
mention it,
block
frankly,
you.
because of what happened
Made your
with
point.
the China
Hi,
virus.
Jordan. Okay, I'm muting your account. Thank you.
We will not let countries come in, take our jobs, and plunder our nation. They come and do that. They plunder our nation. The way they will sell their product in America is to build it in America. Very simple. Build it in America and only in America.
I've always liked to understand all sides. I'm just that kind of person. It's made me, I think, a better journalist. I like to hear all the sides,
And this
understand where
very
people come
simple
from.
formula, and Congress has to go along
Fascinating
with
to
us,
me.
and they will. This very simple formula will create massive numbers of jobs. We will take over the auto industry again, and many, hundreds of thousands of jobs. We lost so many jobs over the years. If you go back 20, 25 years, they've stolen, going to China and Mexico, about 68% of our auto industry manufacturing jobs. We're going to get them all back. We're going to get them all back, every one of them. At the center of our plan for economic relief are massive tax cuts for workers that include something else that's turned out to be very popular, actually.
Okay.
Here it's very popular. This building and all those hotels that I saw that are so nice. I'm staying in a nice one. It's called No Tax on Tips. No tax on tips. No tax on tips.
I just blocked somebody over on
I
Instagram
got
for
that by having
violent
dinner
comments.
recently
Please don't
in
do
Nevada, where
violent
we're leading
comments.
by
Thank
about
you.
14 points. Hello. I'll see you there very soon, everybody. And we're having dinner at a beautiful restaurant in the Trump building on the Strip, and it's a great building.
Connor.
The waitress comes over. How's everything going? Really nice person. How's everything? Oh,
I
so
think I'm
so
in
tough.
year 30.
The government's
7
after
or
me
8.
all the time on tips.
34 at the one I'm
I
working
said,
at
well,
now.
they give
Hey,
you
Justin.
cash. Would they be able to find him? She said, actually, I didn't know this. She said, very little cash is given. It's all put right on the check. And they come in and they take so much of
Thanks,
our money.
Sheila.
It's just ridiculous. And they don't believe anything we say. And they've just hired,
Thank
as
you
you
for
know,
following. Appreciate it.
88,000 agents to go after him even more. And I said, this shows the level of my, most people go out, they hire consultants, they pay millions of dollars. But I said to her, let me just ask you a question. Would you be happy if you had no tax and tips? She said, what
I'm
a
in
great idea.
Grateful Spartanburg.
I got my
Market.
information from a very smart
I'll message
waitress.
you
That's
later,
better
but
than
I'm
spending
gonna
millions
talk
of
to you.
dollars.
Talk to you later. Or
And
after.
everybody loves it. Waitresses and caddies and drivers and everybody's a large group of people that are being really hurt badly. They make money, let them keep their money. I'm going to protect Social
Hey, Crazy
Security and
James.
Medicare. Democrats are going to destroy Social Security.
I mean, technically they're
and
supposed to be done at
Medicare
11,
because all of
but
these
they always
people,
go
by the
late,
millions
especially
they're
at the
coming
final
in,
night.
They're going to
when
be
the
on
nominee
Social
is speaking.
Security and Medicare and other
For all
things,
the
and
conventions.
you're not able to afford
Hey,
it.
Crazy
They
James.
are destroying your Social Security and your Medicare.
You
Under
should
my
be
plan,
done.
incomes will skyrocket,
I'd heard it would be an
inflation
hour and
will
a half, and you
vanish
started at
completely, jobs will come roaring back, and the
10:34.
middle class will prosper like never, ever
But
before, and
The
we're
Dan
going to
thing
do it
started,
very
so I think
rapidly.
it's Dan, as in Dan, the gentleman who spoke before him and introduced him. Dana, sorry, thank you.
But no hope
So I don't
or
know. I
dream
don't think
we
it's gonna be an
have
hour and a half.
for America can
I think he's
succeed
probably getting
unless we
ready in the
stop
next 10 minutes to be done.
illegal immigrant
But I don't-
invasion,
I
the
don't
worst
know,
that's
no.
ever
But I just
been
get
seen
vibes
anywhere
that
in
way
the
to me.
world. There's never been an
Hey, Joe.
invasion like this anywhere. Third world countries would fight with sticks and stones not to let this happen. The invasion at our southern border, we will stop it, and we will stop it quickly. You heard Tom Homan yesterday. Tom Homan, put him in charge and just sit back and watch. Brandon Judd of Border Patrol, he's incredible. These guys, they
Luke.
really, their job is a lot
Hey, Chloe.
easier if they don't have to do anything, but they want to. They're patriots. Brandon Judd, Border Patrol, ICE.
Carlos
ICE goes out.
is
You have to see what ICE
discussing
does
his
with
viewpoint of where the
MS-13. You
conservative
have these are probably the
movement and
worst
the
gang, and ICE
Republican
goes
Party
in there.
stand
And I
now.
know a lot of
Thank you
people
for
in
your
these
comment.
rooms here, and they're very tough people, but they don't want to do this job. They'll go into a pack of MS-13 killers. They're the worst, probably the worst gangs in the world.
Oh, really?
We have thousands
No,
of them.
I
I
already,
moved thousands and
banned him.
thousands out in
I banned him.
my 4 years. We
I did
moved
as
them out,
well.
and
I
it was a
reported it as
pleasure,
well.
But ICE would go right into a pack of these killers, and you see fists flying, you see everything flying, and then they take them. They put them in a paddy wagon.
Thank you, Big Sexy, for your comment.
They take them back and they get them out of our country. And the other countries weren't accepting them back. And I called up and I said, tell them that we're not giving them economic
Yeah, I
aid
reported it
anymore.
and blocked him.
And the next day I got calls from all of these
Hey,
countries
Aaron.
that were terminated.
Hi, Cindy.
Billions of dollars we spend on economic aid to countries that does us, frankly, no good. And the next day I was called by everybody. I couldn't take all the calls. Sir, what's the problem? I said, you won't take your
I'm not
killers
sure,
back
Tommy.
that you
I don't know.
sent in caravans into America. You won't
Really?
take them back.
I
Well,
don't
sir, if you'd like us to, we
You
would
good?
give very serious
I've never
consideration
bathing
to
suit
doing
I have.
that. And within 24 hours, they were being taken back for years and years. When I first came in,
Why don't you guys
they
start
said
loading
President Obama tried to
I had to get
get him to
everything
go
out of the
back,
car.
and they wouldn't accept
Want me
him.
to
They
help you
put
after I get
planes
done?
on the runway so you couldn't leave the plane. They closed the road so you couldn't take the buses. They'd all have to turn back.
We're doing it.
As soon as I said
I'm
no
doing
more
it. I got
economic aid of any kind to any country that does that, they called back and they said, "Sir, it would be our great honor to take
What does
MS-13.
this mean?
We love
Come
you
here.
very much.
I keep seeing this, and I don't know if it's a problem.
We love them
I don't
very
know.
much, sir. We'll take them back." At the heart of the Republican platform is our pledge to end this.
Isn't she doing a
border
great job
nightmare
with
and
the
fully
coverage,
restore the
guys?
sacred and sovereign
Just
borders
listening.
of the United
I'm
States
just
of
wanting
America,
people to have
and
an
we're gonna do that on
opportunity
day one.
to share their thoughts.
That means two things in day one, right? Drill, baby, drill, and close our borders. And by the way, and I think everybody as a Republican, as a patriot in this room, most Democrats,
I don't know. I'm not
we
sure. I
want
hope it's not
people
anything bad.
to come into our country.
If anyone
but
knows that
they
it's bad,
have
let
to
me know,
come
but I
into
don't-
our
I don't
country
know what it means.
Legally. Legally.
Thank you for the
Less than
comments,
4
guys.
years ago, I handed this administration the strongest border in American history. But you can see on the chart that saved my life. That was the chart that saved my life. I said, look it, I'm so proud of it. I think it's one of the greatest. It was done by the Border Patrol. One of the greatest charts I've ever seen. It showed everything just like that. You know the chart. Oh, there it is. That's pretty good. Wow.
Did you not know that was going to
Last
be up
time
there?
I put up that chart, I never really got to look at it. But without that chart, I would not be here today.
He loves that chart. I would love that chart too, to be honest.
Never got to look at it.
Oh, thank you. Gotcha.
I said, you got to see this chart. I was so proud of it. And by the time I got to there, I never got to see it that day. But I'm seeing it now, and I was very proud. And if you look at the arrow on the bottom, that's the lowest level, the one on the bottom, heavy red arrow. That's the lowest level of illegal immigrants ever to come into our country in recorded history, right there. Right there. And that was my last week in office. And then you see what happened after I left. Look at the rest. And if you go out a little bit further, it's getting to be a little bit old, but I love it anyway, right? But you can go much higher with those numbers. Look what happened right after that. The invasion began. We had the opposite. We stopped the invasion. But the invasion that we stopped was peanuts by comparison to what happened after I left. Look at what happened after I left. They took over our country. We ended all catch and release. We shut down asylum fraud. We stopped human trafficking and forged historic agreements to keep illegal aliens on foreign soil. We want them to stay on their soil. Under the Trump administration, if you came in illegally, you were apprehended immediately and you were deported. You went right back. The current administration terminated every
Hey,
single
looking
one
upwards.
of those great Trump policies that I put in place to seal the border. I wanted a seal border. Again, come in, but come in legally. You know how unfair it is? So many people, hundreds of thousands of people, have been working for years to come into our country. And now they see these people pour into our country at levels that are unprecedented. It's so unfair. And we're not going to do it. We're not going to stand for it. They suspended wall construction, ended remain in Mexico. We had a policy, remain in Mexico. You think that was easy to get from the Mexican government? But I said, you must give it to us. If you don't give it to us, there will be repercussions. And they gave it to us. But not easy.
Hey, Macy.
Canceled our Safe Third
Hey,
agreements.
Chris.
Demolished Title 42, implemented nationwide catch and release. That's catch and release, where we catch them and release them into our country. We catch them and release them into Mexico. There's a slight difference. And took 93, this is the previous administration, 93 executive
Please stop
actions to
reposting
throw
that.
open
That's
our
not
border to
verified
the world.
information.
The entire world is pouring into our country because of this very foolish administration. The greatest invasion in history is taking place right here in our country. They are coming in from every corner of the earth, not just from South America, but from Africa, Asia,
Okay.
the Middle East. They're coming from
Time to,
everywhere. They're coming at levels that we've never seen
Bye-bye.
before. It is an invasion indeed. And And this administration does absolutely nothing to stop them. They're coming from prisons. They're coming from jails. They're
Guys,
coming
if we
from
keep
mental
doing the same
institutions and
messaging,
insane
I'm going to
asylums.
mute you.
You know, the press is always on me because I say this. Has anyone seen Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He'd love to have you for dinner. That's insane asylums. They're emptying out their insane asylums. And terrorists are coming in at numbers that we've never seen before. Bad things are going to happen. Meanwhile, our crime rate is going up while crime statistics all over the world are going down because they're taking their criminals and they're putting them into our country. A certain country, and I happen to like the president of that country very much, but he's been getting great publicity because he's a wonderful shepherd of the country. He says how well the country's doing because their crime rate is down. And he said he's training all of these rough people. They're rough. He's training them. And I've been reading about this for 2 years. I think, oh, that's wonderful. Let's take a look at it. But then I realized he's not training them. He's sending all of his criminals, his drug dealers, his people that are in jails. He's sending them all to the United States. And he's different in that he doesn't say that. He's trying to convince everybody what a wonderful job he does in running the country. Well, he doesn't do a wonderful job. And by the way, if I ran one of the countries, many countries from all over, I would be worse than any of them. I would have had the place totally emptied out already. But we become a dumping ground for the rest of the world, which is laughing at us. They think we're stupid. And they can't believe that they're getting away with what they're getting away with, but they're not going to be getting away with it for long. That's
How are you?
what I can tell you.
We're listening. I know you guys are waiting to do your news, I'm sure. Hang in there. I used to do that for 10 of these. Well, this is my 10th, so for 9 of these I did that.
High crime.
Yeah.
Caracas, Venezuela.
Now I watch it home
Really
in the
a
basement.
dangerous place, but not anymore.
Hey,
Because in
Lola.
Venezuela, crime is down 72%. In fact, if they would ever win this election, I hate to even say that, we will have our next
Mama
Republican
Vixen.
convention in Venezuela because it will be safe. Our cities will be so unsafe we will not be able to have it there.
Thank
in
you
El
guys for
Salvador,
commenting.
murders
Hi,
are
Hawk. Hi,
down by
Nettle.
70%. Why are they down?
Appreciate the comments.
Now, he would have you
Just don't spam.
convinced that because he's
And don't be, like,
criminals,
super rude to other
murderers,
people,
be
please.
wonderful people, no. They're down because they're sending their murderers to the United States of America. This is going to be very bad. And bad things are going to happen, and you're seeing it happen all the time. That's why, to keep our families
Dobie.
safe, the Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of
He
our
is still
country.
talking. He started at 10:34.
Even
So
larger
he's
than
now
that
been
of
going over an
President
hour.
Dwight D. Eisenhower
11:39
from
now.
many years ago. You know, he was a moderate, but he believed very strongly in borders. He had the largest deportation operation we've ever had. Just recently, I spoke to the grieving mother of Jocelyn Nungary, a wonderful woman, a precious 12-year-old girl from Houston who last month was tied up, assaulted,
Hey,
and
Kim
strangled to
Michelle.
death after walking to the convenience store just a
Hey,
block
sir.
away from
Hey,
her
Shay.
house. Her body was dumped near the side of the road in a shallow creek, found by some onlookers who couldn't believe what they had witnessed. Charged with Jocelyn's heinous murder are 2 illegal aliens from Venezuela who came across our border, were in custody, and were then released into the country by this horrible, horrible administration that we have
Still
right
on.
now. I also met recently with the heartbroken mother and sister of Rachel Morin. Rachel was a 37-year-old mom of 5 beautiful children who was brutally raped and murdered
SPHG.
while out on a run. She wanted to keep herself in good shape. It was very important to her. She was murdered. The monster responsible first killed another woman in El Salvador
Illusion
before
feels like he's
he was
transitioned
led
back
into
to the old
America
ways.
by the White
Interesting.
House. This White House let them in. He then attacked a 9-year-old girl and her mother in a home invasion in Los Angeles before murdering Rachel in Maryland.
Hey, Mama
Traveled
Hill.
all throughout the country,
Thank you guys
doing
for being
tremendous
here. Thanks for
damage.
commenting.
Rachel's
Thanks for
mother will
watching.
never be the same. I spent time with her. She will never be the same. I've also met with the wonderful family of Lake and Riley, the brilliant 22-year-old nursing student. She was so proud of being first in her class, who was out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia when she was assaulted, beaten, and horrifically
Hey,
killed.
dimming.
Yet another
There's a
American
lot
life
of
was stolen
chatter
by
about that, but
a
nothing
criminal
official.
alien set free by this administration.
Hi,
These were
Eric.
incredible people we're talking about. These were incredible people who died.
Hey.
Tonight, America, this is my vow. I will not let these killers and criminals into our country.
Exactly. No confirmation. Lots of rumors.
I will keep our sons and daughters safe. As we bring security to our streets, we will help bring stability to the world. I was the first president in modern times to start no new wars. You know, we were the toughest, we were the most
Conclusions. I'm
respected.
happy for you to be in Michigan. That's an important state. Big election state.
And you saw this hungry, strong country run by a very powerful,
Hey,
tough leader,
kitchen.
tough guy.
Your
Bruce doesn't
Harvest
like him
Kitchen.
'cause he's
Hi,
tough.
guys.
And he came out recently. They were asking him at an interview, the whole world is exploding. What's happening? What's going on?
Hey, Jean.
Victor
Hi,
Orban,
hi,
the Prime
Tay.
Minister of
Good night,
Hungary, very
Eric.
tough man. He said, I don't want people coming into my country and blowing up our shopping centers and killing people. But they said to him, tell us what's going wrong, what's happening, what is it? He said, there's only one way you're going to solve it. You got to bring President Trump back
I'm not.
to the
I'm a
United States
journalist who's
because he
watching
kept
and allowing
everybody
you guys to comment.
at bay.
I had to watch anyway. I'm at home. I anchored
He
the
used a
new 4,
word
5,
I
and
wouldn't
6. You
use
found your
because I
keys.
can't
Good,
use that
good
word.
news, Eric.
Because you'd say it was braggadocious. The press
Eric
would say
and I work
he was a
together.
braggart. I'm not a braggart. But Victor Orban said it.
Tomorrow because of
He said
trips.
Russia was afraid of him. China was afraid of him.
That's for Eric.
Everybody was afraid of him.
Chevy girl. Thanks for your
Nothing was
comment.
going to happen.
Hi,
The
Jean.
whole
Thanks for the
world
comment.
was at peace. And
You bet,
now
babe.
the world is blowing
Thanks for
up
following.
around us. All of these things that you read
I'll be
about
doing
were
this for
not
the
going to
DNC too.
happen. Under
Hey, Tay,
President
I don't
Bush,
remember. It was back when I
Russia
first got on
invaded
TikTok.
Georgia. Under President Obama, Russia took Crimea. Under the current
I'm verified on all the other
administration,
platforms too, though. So that's
Russia
probably
is
why.
after all
It
of
was
Ukraine.
easier since I was.
Under
Do you know what I mean?
President Trump, Russia took
The hardest to get
nothing.
verified on was Instagram. To be honest. Huh. I may be wrong. He may go an hour and a half.
We defeated 100% of
44.
ISIS in Syria and Iraq. Something that was said to take 5 years, sir. It'll take 5 years, sir. We did it in
Aw,
a
that's
matter
sweet.
of a couple of months. We have a great military. Our military is
Damn,
not
Parrish.
woke. It's just some of the fools on top.
Oh,
that
thanks,
are woke.
Lisa Michelle. I'm so glad you're here. Hope you have a great night. Thanks for the comments. We love to have you guys watching.
I got along very well. North Korea, Kim Jong-un, I got
Hi,
along
Jerry
very well with him.
McDaniel.
The press hated what
Oh,
I
really?
said.
So
How
you
could
just
we
saw
get
somebody from
along
South
with him?
Carolina on screen? Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's nice to get along with somebody who has a lot of nuclear weapons or otherwise, isn't it? See, in the old days, they'd say, that's a wonderful thing. Now they say, how could you possibly do that? But no, I got along with them, and we stopped the missile launches from North Korea. Now North Korea is acting up again, but
I see him.
when we get back, I get along with them. He'd
I
like
don't
to
know,
see me
Pink
back,
Sparkle.
too.
I mean, an
I think he
hour,
misses me
over
if
an
he were
hour
around.
is pretty substantial, but I don't know the numbers on that. I'm going to look it up
Our
after.
opponents
it
inherited
is
a world
interesting.
of peace and turned it into a planet
He
of
did
war.
spend a
We're
lot of
planet
the
of
front
war.
end of this talking about
Look at that
what
attack
happened
on
last
Israel.
weekend, so
Look at
maybe
what's happening
that's why.
with
I don't know.
Ukraine. The cities are just bombed
'Cause really,
out.
he hasn't talked
How can
policy
people
until this
live like that?
last
Where buildings,
30
massive
minutes or
buildings
so.
are falling to the ground.
I would be interested too, and
It began to unravel with
access
the
my computer 'cause
disastrous
it's-
withdrawal from Afghanistan,
Wait,
the
I might
worst
have another device to
humiliation in
look
the
at.
history of
Hold
our country. We have never had a
Just wanna-
humiliation
let me
like
see if
that.
I got internet.
13 heroic U.S. service members were tragically and needlessly killed. 45 others were horrifically wounded. Nobody ever talks about them. No arms, no legs. face
How long are
explosions.
the longest
horrifically-
nominee speeches
horrifically
at
long.
conventions?
And by the way, we have a man in this room who's running for the U.S. Senate from a great state, Nevada, named Sam Brown, who paid the ultimate price. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Length of presidential nomination acceptance speeches.
He paid the biggest price probably ever paid by anybody that is running for office, and I think he's going to do great. He's running against a person that is not good, not respected, a total lightweight.
Hi guys. Hey Sherry.
But
Thanks for
Sam,
your
I
comment.
think, paid really. We were
Thanks for all
talking
the
about it
comments.
with some of the
Appreciate the
senators that are
positives,
working
the
so hard
negatives. Just
for
be fair
Sam.
and don't
Well,
be
he
mean
paid the
to each
biggest
other.
price.
Thank you for that.
Of any senator ever to run for the Senate. I don't think anybody's ever what he did. He was a real
Herbie says,
hero,
"Bless
a
his
really
heart, he
great
loves to talk."
person. And he's running, and I hope that everybody gets out and votes for Sam Brown.
Oh, I don't think you've been mean. I mean, you're saying your
And we
opinion.
also left
Just don't
behind
be mean to other people.
$85 billion worth
You
of
have a right to
military
your
equipment.
opinion as long as you're not
along with
posting
many
violent
American
stuff. I've had
citizens
people
were left
posting
behind.
violent stuff, and I will block you.
Many, many American citizens, emboldened by that disaster, Russia invaded Ukraine. They saw this group of people that were incompetent. We took the soldiers out first. No, we're going to take the soldiers out second. If they would have followed my plan, we had a great plan. But the plan only kicked in if they did everything perfectly, and they weren't doing things perfectly,
How
so we
long
said it
have
doesn't
presidential
kick in. You know, 18 months in
nomination
Afghanistan,
acceptance speeches
we didn't have
been in
one,
the
so they were
past?
killing them left and right, snipers.
There's got to be a list.
And I spoke to the head of the Taliban. You've heard this story. Abdul, still there, still the head of the Taliban. The press got on me. Why would you speak to him? I
What's
said, because
Democratic
that's where the
Party now?
killing is. I don't have to speak to somebody that has nothing to do with it. And I told him, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever, ever do that again. You've got to stop. Because during the Obama administration, many great people and soldiers, a lot of soldiers were being killed from long
Got 'em, but
distance.
they don't tell you how long.
I said, if you keep doing that, you're going to be hit harder than anybody's ever been hit by a country before.
This is annoying. I can't look it up on this phone.
And he
if
said,
anybody
I
looks it up, let me
understand,
know.
Your Excellency. He called me Your Excellency. I wonder if he calls the other guy Your Excellency. I doubt it. The other guy
Lisa's
gave him
commenting.
everything.
You guys
I
feel
mean,
free
what
to
kind of a
comment
deal
as
was
well.
that? He walked out, gave him everything. Do you know that right now Afghanistan is one of the largest sellers of weapons in the world? They're
Hey,
selling
Natalie.
the brand new beautiful weapons that we
Alexa,
gave them.
I
But
almost
think of
said
it,
the name, but
He
yeah,
actually
she can
said to
be
me,
very
but why
disappointing.
do you show me a picture of my home? I said, you'll have to ask your people or one of your wives. But he could figure it out. And for 18 months, we had not one attack on an American soldier by the Taliban. 18 months.
You bet illusions. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.
And then we had that horrible day where soldiers were killed. I was not there because of a ridiculous election. But we had that
Do you
horrible
live
attack.
by it in IDC? I don't know what that means.
They also gave up Bagram,
ID.
one of the biggest bases anywhere in the world, air bases anywhere in the world, the longest runways, most powerful, hardened, thickened runways. We gave it up. And I liked it not because of Afghanistan. I liked it because of China. It's 1 hour away from where China makes their nuclear weapons. And you know who has it now? China has it now. We were keeping that.
Hey Tay, I'm not doing moderators.
And now
Thank you,
China
though.
is likewise circling
to moderate
Taiwan,
myself.
and Russian warships
the video.
and nuclear submarines are
yeah.
operating 60 miles off the coast in Cuba. Do you know that? No, the press refuses to write about it. If that were me running this country and we had nuclear submarines in Cuba, I will
don't-
tell you that the headlines
Benjamin.
every day would be,
I
what's wrong with our president?
take
You don't
sides in
even hear this. You're
politics.
not
I
hearing
just
about this.
wanna be here
Russia
to hear what you
has
guys have to
nuclear submarines and warships 60 miles away, Mr. Congressman, from Miami, by the way, happens to be here. Correct? In Cuba. And that would not be stood for if it were somebody
T
else.
thinks
They don't
this is a
even they don't want
campaign
to mention
rally
it,
speech,
but now
not
maybe
an
they will.
acceptance speech. What do you guys
And
think?
the entire world, I tell you
DD
this,
says,
we want our hostages back.
He's still talking. I shut
And they
it off an
better
hour
be
ago.
back before I assume office, or you will be paying a very big price.
Hey, Beneficial. Hey, Pete Harvey. So now we are at 11:51. He started at 10:34 in terms of actually talking. Hey, Shannon.
With
Thanks
our
for
victory in
following.
November, the years of war,
Vicky's rapping.
weakness, and chaos
Who is this?
will be over. I don't have wars. I had no wars other
Governor-
than
or
ISIS,
former
which I
governor of
defeated.
Texas.
I thought it was
That was
Trey
the war that
Gowdy.
was started. We had no
No.
wars. I could
Wait,
stop
Rick
wars
Scott?
with a
Is that Rick
telephone
Scott?
call.
Yes.
Is it?
I could
think.
stop
I
wars
think.
with just a telephone call.
Um,
If properly stated,
somebody
we will
wants them to
never
play the Grammy music.
We will replenish our military and build an Iron Dome
Well,
missile
I
defense
do like
system
to watch
to
it
ensure
come
that
to
no enemy
this.
can strike our homeland.
Because of what?
And this great Iron
Why
Dome will be
can't-
built entirely in the USA. We're going to build it
Hey,
in the
Beneficial.
USA. And Wisconsin, just like I gave you that massive
Lisa says Trump is extra.
ship
That's why he's
contract, and
awesome.
You're doing a very nice job, Governor, right?
Ruby says, I bet they will release the hostages
Thank you, Governor.
ASAP.
And they're doing a great job. In fact, I had a little design change. We gave them a tremendous for essentially what we used to call destroyers. These are now the most beautiful. They look like yachts. I said we have to take the bow and we have to make it a little nicer and a little point at the top instead of a
I
flat
don't know what you're
nose.
talking about, man.
And the people at the
Thanks, sir.
shipyard said, this guy sort of knows what he's doing.
I don't
We
know
have
what
the
you're
most
talking about.
beautiful ships,
Sheila.
right, Governor? And everybody sitting over there. And it was a big contract that everybody wanted. I gave it to Wisconsin, but we're going to have a lot of that built right here in
Hey, Edwin.
the state of Wisconsin and all other states. Israel has an Iron Dome. They have a missile defense
Watching
system.
comments. I've got
342
YT and
missiles were
FB
shot
here. I've
into
got
Israel.
IG here, and I've got you guys
And only
here.
one got through a little bit. It was badly wounded. It fell to the ground. But most
let's
of them
try
are.
to-
And Ronald Reagan wanted this many years ago, but we really didn't have the technology many years ago. Remember, they called it
Okay, don't
Starship,
repeat,
Spaceship,
please.
anything to mock him. But he was a very good president. Very, very good. But now we have unbelievable technology. And why should other countries have this and we don't? No, we're going to build an Iron Dome over our country, and we're going
I'll be
to
doing this for the DNC
be sure
too
that
in
nothing
August,
can come
so
and
if you wanna
harm
join me.
our people. And again, from an economic development standpoint, we're going to make it all right here. No more sending it out to other
Doing
countries
this
in
for
order
the
to help.
DNC also,
It's
so I hope you'll
America
join me in
first.
August.
America first.
Keep an eye out in August. I'll be doing this
We
for the
will
DNC
unleash
as well.
the power of American innovation. And as we do, we will soon be on the verge of
What's
finding
the bad look,
cures
Calvin?
to cancer, Alzheimer's
watching this
disease,
and allowing
many
my
other
viewers
diseases.
To
We're
comment.
going to get to the
I
bottom
don't
of
get
it.
it. I'm doing this for the DNC in August as well.
You remember this,
This is what I do.
gentleman that I don't want to mention other than one time I had to, because when you say the 10 worst, I had to do it. I didn't want anybody to be
Hey, baby.
confused.
Hi, Amir.
But this man said,
Hey,
we're going to
Lisa.
find the cure to
Hey,
cancer.
Jean.
Nothing
Thanks
happened.
for being here.
We're going to
You
get to
guys
the
doing
cure
okay?
for cancer and Alzheimer's and so many other things. We're so
We're on
close
4
to doing
platforms
something
streaming
great.
live right now, you guys.
But we
We're on
need
4 platforms
a
streaming
leader
live
that
right now.
will let it be done. We will not have men playing in women's sports.
I'm not
That
showing
will
my
end
political
right
view. I'm watching a speech like I would any day. I'm listening to viewer comments. Like, you probably should have shown up earlier.
And we will restore and renovate our nation's once great cities, making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. And that includes our nation's capital, which is a horrible killing field. So many things. They leave from Wisconsin, they go to look at the Washington Monument, they end up getting stabbed, killed, or shot. We will be very soon very proud of our capital, again, Washington, D.C.
Well, thanks for notifying that we're live. We're getting notifications out that we're
America's
live
on
right
the
now, which is
cusp
great.
of a new
Thank
golden
you.
age, but we will
Thanks, TikTok. That's because you guys are
have the
liking the live
courage to
so much,
seize
so
it.
thank
We're
you.
going to
Hey,
take it.
Megan.
We're going to make it a current. I mean, we're going to bring this into a golden age like never seen before. Remember this: China wants to do it, Japan wants to do it, all of these countries want to do it. We have to produce massive amounts of energy if we're going to produce the new if you look at some of the things that have been done and some of the things that we're going to do, but AI needs literally twice the electricity that's available now in our country. Can you imagine? But instead, we're spending places where they recharge electric cars. They built 8 chargers at a certain location toward the Midwest. 8 chargers for $9 billion. Think of them as a tank for filling up your gas. Think of it. They spent $9 billion on 8 chargers, 3 of which didn't work. And if you were going to do this all over our country, this crazy electric mandate, if you're going to do this all, and by the way, I'm all for electric. They have their application. But if somebody wants to buy a gas-powered car, gasoline-powered car, or a hybrid, they're going to be able to do it. And we're going to make that change on day 1.
Hey, Shane. Sorry, I'm hoping you're not actually trying to listen online. A lot of people are watching it on their own device,
So to conclude,
TV,
just a
however they
few short
watch,
days
a
ago,
computer,
my journey
and then they're commenting on their phone.
with you nearly ended. We know that.
So not
And
all
yet,
of us are watching at the
here
same
we are
time.
tonight, all gathered together, talking
In the
about
sense
the
of
future,
some
promise, and
computers are ahead of
a
TVs,
total
etc.
renewal of a thing we love
Yeah,
very
I
much.
think you're right.
It's called
So
America.
he started speaking
We
at
live in a world of
10:34.
miracles.
He's
None
at
of us knows
11:57
God's
right
plan or where life's
think he's
adventure will
wrapping.
take us. I want to thank Franklin Graham for being here tonight. He's an outstanding man.
Hi, Matthew Keys. How
He
are you,
wrote me
sir?
a note recently. I
I
have a lot
like
of
your
respect
Ernie.
for
Or
him.
no, that's
Sir,
Bert. Sorry.
I love
your
your
Bert.
storytelling. I
face.
think it's great
That's
in
funny.
front of these big rallies. But, sir, please do me one favor. It won't make any difference. Please don't use any foul language.
It's 11:58.
I was a little embarrassed. I said, he said, it won't make any
Yes.
difference. Actually, it does. The story's not quite as good, but I've been very good.
What?
The story is not quite as good, to be honest. I've got to have a little talk with Franklin, but he was great. He's a great gentleman. His father was so incredible. Billy Graham. My father used to love taking me to see Billy Graham. My father would take me to see Billy Graham at Yankee Stadium. He had the biggest rallies you've ever seen. He was a good rally guy, too. But he'd get up, and
That's
he
funny.
was a fantastic guy. My father loved Billy Graham. But I love
Billy
Franklin
Graham's very
Graham. I think
popular in our
Franklin's
area.
been
He lived in
fantastic,
Western
and
North
I'm telling
Carolina.
you,
He
I'm
went to
working
my
so
church,
hard
First Baptist
to
of
adhere to
Spartanburg.
his note to me.
He was a
I'm
member
working
there.
hard on it, Franklin. But if the events of last Saturday make anything clear, it is that every single moment we
Hi,
have
Fairy
on
Day.
earth
Thanks for
is a
commenting. Hi,
gift
Lily.
from
How are you?
God. We have to make the most of every day for the people and for the country that we love. The attacker in Pennsylvania wanted to stop our movement.
Guys,
but
nothing's
the
been
truth is
officially
the
reported
movement
about
has
that.
never been
We need
about
to
me. It has always been about
keep
you.
that
It's your movement. It's the biggest movement in
to
the history of
unofficial
our country
comments.
by
Thanks.
far. Can't
Hey,
be stopped.
TR Woody. Yeah,
It can't
nothing's
be
verified
stopped.
about that.
It has always been about the hardworking,
Sorry, I didn't mean to knock you
patriotic
guys on
citizens
the
of
brain.
America. For too long, our nation has settled for too little. We settled for too little. We've given everything to other nations, to other people. You've been told to lower your expectations and to accept less for your
Hi, Ariana
families.
11.
I am here tonight with the opposite message. Your expectations are not big enough. They're not big enough. It is time to start expecting and demanding the best leadership in the world, leadership that is bold, dynamic, relentless, and fearless. We can do that. We are Americans. Ambition is our heritage. Greatness is our birthright. But as long as our energies are spent fighting each other, our destiny will remain out of reach.
Mike, I'm not a political expert. I
That's
don't
not
know.
acceptable. We
mean,
must
there-
instead take that energy and use it to realize our country's true potential and write our own thrilling chapter of the American story. We can do it together. We will unite. We are going to come together, and success will bring us together.
So we're streaming
It
on
is
4
a story of
platforms right
love,
now.
sacrifice, and so many other
Just looking
things.
for your reaction and comments.
And remember the word devotion. It's unmatched devotion. Our American ancestors crossed the Delaware, survived the icy winter at Valley Forge, and defeated a mighty empire to
Can you get real
establish
here,
our
Brian?
cherished republic. They fought so hard, they lost so many. They pushed thousands and thousands of miles across a dangerous frontier, taming the wilderness to build a life and a magnificent home for their
Hi,
family.
Shane. Hi, Mike.
They packed their families into covered wagons, trekked across hazardous
Thank you,
trails,
Donnie.
scaled
You're young,
towering
I'm
mountains, and braved rivers and rapids to stake their claim
for
on the
being here.
wide open, new, and very beautiful frontier. When our way of life was threatened, American patriots marched onto the battlefield, raced into enemy strongholds, and stared down death and stared down those enemies to keep alive the flame of freedom.
YouTube, hello, Facebook.
At Yorktown, Gettysburg, and Midway, they
that
joined the
noise?
roll
Did you hear
call
that?
of immortal heroes. So many, just so many heroes, so many great,
Hi,
great
IG.
people. And we have to cherish those people.
Oh,
We
I did
can't
that.
forget
Sorry.
those people. We have to cherish those people.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Shane.
And building monuments to those great people is a good thing, not a bad thing. They saved our country. No challenge was too much. No hardship was too great. No enemy was
I'd
too
heard it would
fierce.
be 90, so I
Together,
guess
these
that's true.
patriots soldiered on and
I
endured
didn't think it would be 90 at this late hour,
they
but
prevailed.
it is.
because they
Hi,
had
Shazzy.
faith in each other, faith in their country, and above all, they had faith in their God.
He's about to hit 90.
Just like our ancestors, we must now come together, rise above past differences. Any disagreements have to be put aside and go forward
isn't my home
united as
studio.
one people,
Hey,
one
Shane.
nation, pledging allegiance to one great,
I usually stream
beautiful, I think it's so
on
beautiful,
TikTok.
American flag.
and sometimes YouTube. But now
Tonight I
I
ask
did
for
a
your
special one tonight for
partnership,
this.
for your support,
Thank you.
and I am
Appreciate
humbly
it.
asking for your vote. I want your vote. We're going to make our country great again. Every day I will strive to honor the trust you have placed in me, and I will never, ever let you down. I promise that. I will never let you down.
Appreciate it.
To all of the forgotten men and women who have been neglected, abandoned, and left behind, you will be forgotten no longer. We will press forward, and together we will win,
Hi, good
win.
evening. Brent. He's at the 90-minute mark and he's about to wrap, I believe. But now they'll be chanting, which means
Win. Nothing will sway us, nothing will slow us, and no one will ever stop us.
yeah, they have a balloon drop, huge celebration at the end.
No
The
matter what
family will probably
dangers
come
come
out.
our way, no matter what obstacles lie in our path, we will keep striving toward our shared and glorious destiny, and we will not fail.
Thanks for
We
being
will
here.
not
Appreciate the
fail.
comments on all sides. Keep them coming. Hey, Camilla.
Together we will save
How are
this
ya?
country. We will restore the
Thanks for
republic,
watching on
and
Facebook
we
and
will usher in the rich
You too.
and
Appreciate you
wonderful
guys.
tomorrows that our people so truly deserve.
Oh, that's cool. How'd you do that?
America's future
Oh, here we'll
will be
go.
bigger, better, bolder, brighter, happier, stronger, freer, greater, and more united than ever before.
Thanks, Nicole.
And quite
She did not
simply
speak.
put,
She just
we will very
walked out
quickly
to
make
pretty music and then
America
sat
great again.
sat to watch
Thank
him.
you very much.
She'll be on
Thank
stage,
you
I would
very much,
assume, at the end.
Wisconsin. God bless you.
He's done, and it
God
is
bless you, Wisconsin,
12:05,
and
so
God
literally
bless
an
the
hour and a
United
half, which
States
is what
of
we were
America,
told.
our
So I
great
told you
country.
guys.
Thank
That's
you
what I
very
was
much,
hearing.
everybody. Thank you.
An hour and a half. Maybe there isn't a balloon drop. I guess not. Oh, here comes Melania. She looks beautiful. Okay, so here's Melania on stage with him. Is that it? I thought the whole family would come, but I guess not. Ah. She said, good job. Oh, I guess that's it. And there's no balloons. Okay, we were wrong. All right, you guys. So let's see what we think. Did you think? Oh, here comes the rest of the family. Did you guys think he struck the new tone that you were looking for? Okay, are balloons coming? Maybe when the family gets out there, or maybe they're just. Oh, there they come! I see them now. My stream's behind you guys. Okay. Wow, there's a whole bunch left still to go. Are they not dropping them on time, or is, I don't know, or maybe they just have layers of them, I guess. I have no idea. I don't do convention balloons. All right, so what do you guys think? How was this speech? How would you, if you, okay, let's do 1 to 10. If it, 10 is excellent, outstanding, the best ever, 1 is horrific, horrible, the worst. What do you give him? What do you give Donald Trump for that speech tonight? Hey, 7 News Christy. We're giving 1 terrible, 10 the best. Where did the speech land for you? And also, if you want to comment whether you felt you saw a lot of 10s are coming in, 100 from Jen, and also, if you thought the tone was better, give a heart. And if you thought, and if you're not happy with it, give a angry face. I'm gonna try to screen record. Hold on. To get some. Oh wait, can I? I guess I can't. Oh my gosh! Wait. Sorry. I got off. Okay, so not a good enough tone change. Sheila thinks a good enough tone change. It's all good, like the tone change. Jen says the country's doomed either way. What are you guys thinking over here? Over. Running down. Shane is giving lots of hearts for tone change. Interesting. Well, I appreciate you guys giving me some feedback. Wow, it's fun to watch all the balloons come down, if nothing else. Oh, and then they're bouncing the balloons around, and those gold balloons too. All right, well that wraps up. That wraps this up. Oh, beautiful music playing. They said that he likes music. Well, there it is. Oh, look at the grandkids. They're cute. All right, I'm turning that off because it's going to get into network coverage, and I don't want to go there. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for counting on me to share this moment with. It's always fun. I will be doing this for the Democrats the week of August when they are meeting. We will keep you posted, of course, on news developments. Follow my feed because I do either my story or my feed post news on TikTok. Not constantly, but in super important stories I do. Hey, Matt. Thanks for being here. Yes, the Democratic National Convention will be in August. Hey, Shane. Hey, Mike. Hey, guys. Hey, Bo. Hey, Elge. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are wrapping this coverage. I'm going to wrap up on Facebook and YouTube and say goodbye. I'm going to stick around on TikTok for a little while longer. So if you want to pop over there, I'm TV Amy on TikTok. I'll see you there. Good night.